Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! We appreciate you to everybody who pulled up to our Monday night watch party for the Falcons versus the Eagles. A thrilling game. And since Gil and Underdog Fantasy don't believe in Victory Tuesdays, we are back here with your favorite basketball turf football podcast. How y'all feeling? Y'all get some sleep?
Good.
Shad, you all right? You recover?
No. No. Can't recover from that. Something like
No
that.
coming
24
back.
hours. I needed 48 to 72.
No coming back from that.
Got me cooked yesterday, man.
Unfortunate series of events. Should have kicked the field goal. Saquon Barkley should have caught it.
It was trying to put me in a body bag, man. I had to get out of here. Sneak out the back.
Stole the man's body bag and shovel. What's going down, Gil? How you feeling?
Good.
We are out here, but this is Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas here with us. Repping. Shout out to Wash Dads, as always. One of my favorite clothing brands. We got Cemetery Larry. Rashad McCants. Back in the building. You're killing me, Smalls. I know. I fell for you.
Killing me, Smalls.
Killing me, man. Fucking killing me.
We got Sheryl Swoopes pulling up in just a second, but for all the fans out there, we have two viewing options for you, our traditional version and a vertical, mobile version for everybody out there on the go. Pick whichever one you want to watch. Just make sure you support Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. But here's what's cracking in the arena today. A'ja Wilson is the first WNBA player to crack 1,000 points in a season and will have the highest points per game average in league history. But is she having the best individual season ever? We got the Go Sheryl Swoopes in the building, so we got to find out. Jayson Tatum thinks the 2025 NBA Finals will feature a rematch of the Celtics and the Mavs. But is that facts or cap? And the Heat are unveiling Dwyane Wade's statue this October. So we look back on what made Flash so cash on the basketball court. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Help us help you. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL. You get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. And if you missed out on all the Week 2 specials from Underdog, don't worry, we've got you covered for Week 3. There's new specials dropping every day. Tomorrow we have the return of the CeeDee Lamb free pick. Thursday we have a 30% profit boost token for you ahead of the Patriots-Jets game. And college football heads, there are discounts for you on Saturday too. So head over to the Underdog app, use promo code GIL to get that $1,000 in bonus cash and all of these special promos. And as always, we do MostlyFans at the end of every show. If you drop a good question in the chat with your Underdog Fantasy username, we use it on this program, you get a $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. If you send us a video at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com and we use your video on this program, $100 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Gil, I see you over here looking at me. What's going down? I see a lot of red.
Young hoe fucked me. Oh,
Wouldn't be the first time.
God damn, man.
That whole sentence sequence just young ho did what?
I'm over here like, come on, young hoe.
God damn, yeah. You just say young
I pay good money for
You
this.
know how them young hoes do. You know how them young hoes do. They fuck you.
Oh, man, this is crazy.
Leave you without your socks on.
I had so the only one that was guaranteed was the one everybody else picked.
What did you have for Young Ho?
Yeah, the other kicker
total point?
kicked it at the end. He won on the end. He won.
Yeah, that,
You had him 2.1.
I had Young Ho
1.5.
1.5 extra points made.
They went for 2, didn't they?
Yeah, that's unfortunate, Gil.
That's Atlanta? Atlanta Young Ho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, the Eagles screwed you by not kicking that field goal in the first quarter, because then the Falcons would have went for that one.
And then, Ray.
Yeah, Ray. You see,
Ray,
you had some Ray slander.
And
And then
I gotta stop looking-
Algier, whatever the running back.
I gotta stop looking at their face. Their face is deceiving.
You gotta look at the neck, Gil. Don't be confused by the neck.
Okay.
They got the beefy neck. They running through it.
I'm learning.
But that's why we play Underdog. It makes the game way more exciting to watch in real time to see if those pick'ems hit or not. Hopefully they did for all of y'all out there. But we're gonna talk a little college football to start this show. So no love lost between Colorado and Colorado State football teams. Tensions were high during Colorado's double overtime win last season. And before the Rocky Mountain Showdown rematch this weekend, Colorado State quarterback Braden Flower Nicolosi continued to trash talk, saying, quote, they, talking about Colorado, came out with that attitude and thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They saw the reports, 27.5 points or whatever it was, and they got a rude awakening real quick. And I think it goes to show that the hype, the media train, all that, it only gets you so far at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you have to line up 11 guys against our 11 guys, and we'll find out who wants it more. We'll see how far Instagram followers gets them. Little spicy going into the game. But Colorado State messed around and found out, suffering a 28-9 loss. Shedeur Sanders finished the game with 310 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. So after the game, Sanders and Fowler Nicolosi met on the field and had this exchange.
You that son? You talking shit on Instagram. You talking on Instagram. All right, keep talking about business. You can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me.
One of my favorite post-game exchanges I've seen in a while. But for what it's worth, Sanders did take the time to shake hands with other Colorado State players and coaches. He just had an issue with the quarterback. They did not do their traditional post-game dap-up. But do you guys have any issue with Shedeur Sanders not shaking hands with Colorado State's QB after the game?
No, man, I don't care about shaking hands. What does shaking hands mean?
We have to ask Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan that question.
Like I'm just trying to figure out what does shaking hands actually mean after a win or a loss. It's like, beat your ass. Let's shake hands. Like I really don't. You know what I mean? It's just what is the real point of it, right? People put so much emphasis on sportsmanlike conduct. You know what that is? That's losing ass parents. That's where it started from. Like losing ass parents that want sportsmanlike conduct to make everything fair, right? You know, everyone shakes hands, we line up and we shake hands, good game, everybody. Like, yeah, that's not, come on, we beat your ass, get the fuck off the court. Like, I'm sorry. That's how I feel. Like, sportsmanlike conduct does not teach anybody nothing.
But you don't have respect for your opponent, respect for the other team.
What does respect mean?
Y'all battle on the field.
Respect for an opponent means I came out here, tried my hardest. I won or I lost. See you motherfuckers next time. I'm gonna be better prepared. You beat me by 60 and you shake my hand, well, what does that really do?
It just eases attention. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
Does it speak to whether you're a sore loser or not?
Or a sore winner, potentially.
Right.
What, if you don't shake their hand?
Yeah. So, like, if I beat your ass and you don't shake my hand, I'm looking at you like, yo, relax, bro. It's just a game.
Why do you want to shake my hand? Yes, it's just a game when you won.
Because we've been taught since little tykes.
Yeah.
Line up, shake hands. So whenever you're not doing it, it seems like you're mad at something. So either you lost and you mad you lost, or you won and you mad you didn't play. Somebody mad about something.
Okay, what's more, if you're a teammate, right? Are you mad? Which one seems more disrespectful as a teammate? Me not shaking this guy's hand, or me sitting there giggling and sniggling with the opponent? Which one would you be mad at as your teammate? Me, like he walks by, I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm mad about we losing. Or me sitting here, oh man,
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't want to see my teammates sniggling and giggling with the other team.
After we lost,
After
right?
we lost.
Right.
Like you over here kikiing and
But
hey.
this situation is, we just whooped y'all ass. Ooh. I don't need to not shake your hand, because shaking your hand actually is gonna hurt you more now.
In a situation like that.
Yeah. Shake your hand. Hey, you remember that shit you said on the
Exactly.
line? Yeah. But he took a route like that his dad would take. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. Nigga.
Yeah.
With all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard what you said. I kept receipts, but it's like, bro, at some point, that's where the sportsmanlike conduct kicks in. Like, you win, act like a winner.
So
shake everybody's hand.
A situation like that, because I'm petty. Like, I'm going to go out of my way to go find you.
Yes.
To shake
your hand.
In
Yes.
a situation like
See,
that.
but
a regular after game.
Nah.
But now think about what you're saying. I won, I beat your ass. Of course I want to shake your hand, right? I want to shake that shit because it hurts more, right? It hurts when one side is sitting there like this, and then the other side is they're not looking.
But after talking crazy.
But what I'm saying is
he's talking crazy.
But no.
Now I gotta find where that nigga at.
Yes.
You come here.
Yes.
Just think about the concept of shaking somebody's hand after. It doesn't benefit a loser.
No.
Because he has his head down.
For sure.
And and the team that won is sitting there proud, smiling.
Wake up, it's gonna be all right.
Fuck you up close. Fuck you up close. Right? So I can't be mad if my group that lost don't want to shake your hand. Right? Because it's more embarrassing shaking your hand because I know what it is. I know what it means.
No doubt.
It means it's
it's
another
fair.
stamp of we whooped your ass, and that's why it just seems like.
Well, look, before we continue,
think it's
we got to give Sheryl her proper intro. 4-time WNBA champion, 3-time WNBA MVP. Sheryl Swoopes is back in the arena.
You've been smoking lately.
Yes, give me lots.
Yeah, you've been out here
Give me
smoking.
lots. We gonna run out of smoke. Give me more.
Sheryl, how you doing? We see you represent for the MVP. Asia Wilson, we see you got the jersey.
The unanimous MVP, but I didn't say that.
With the apostrophe.
I need more smoke.
Girl, we got a lot. We got a lot right now.
You gonna run out of smoke.
It's foggy in the building.
Hey,
Are you flying? Are you flying?
Can we
I'm
show
trying to get this shit out of my face.
Can we show the Shedeur clip one more time for Sheryl? Just in case you haven't seen
another
it.
clip. I saw it. I saw it.
You got son? You got time to sit on Instagram? Keep that happening. You can't
And did he limp off too? The quarter, he limped off?
His tail between his legs.
Yeah.
You that same ninja
Yeah.
who was talking shit on Instagram.
Yeah.
You cannot mess with me.
But see, in a situation like that, I know he put his hand out, I would have grabbed it. I would have held on to it and I would have said what he said.
Looked at him in his
Yeah.
eye. Yeah, remember that?
Hell
shit
yeah.
you was saying?
Put him in his ear.
Yeah. Like Caesar. Like Caesar.
Yeah.
This ain't your game no more, playboy. It's my
No
game now.
doubt.
So, Gil, you touched on this a little bit already, but I want to ask the rest of the couch. Is good sportsmanship overrated? Like, we always put an emphasis on sports, but what?
I don't know what it means. Like I'm sorry, I don't.
Like, we're trying to beat each other.
No, what I'm saying is I don't really know what it truly means because in real time we can see what it shows, right? It's more of the peacock, right? When they want to show they want to strut one more time.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather you beat me by 60, just go to your locker room, dog. I don't want to. You know what I mean?
And especially at the end of a game. Like, I agree with you. Like, what does that mean? At the end of the game, and honestly, the WNBA I think just stopped doing end of game shaking hands like a couple of years ago. Right. Because I've never understood that. And also, if something happens in the game where me and you get into it, I don't want to see you in the line. Shaking your hand, good game, or high five.
What if it's a friend, former teammate, somebody you got a previous relationship with? Is it different in that situation?
Well, I'll just go find that person.
Okay, exactly. Okay. Seek
Right?
them out.
Like, we ain't got to line up and...
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8.
It's nasty.
We appreciate. Yeah.
It's nasty work, man. It's especially when you grew up outside of the lines of the sportsmanship shit where coach wanted you to do that and you're like, oh, I don't want to fucking shake their hand, we just beat their ass. And it's a mentality. And I think it contributes a lot to like the mama mentality where I just want to eat your heart out. I don't want to shake your hand. I don't care about after the game. I don't want to hear y'all saying don't lay the ball up because we up 40. Stop us. Make the game closer. I don't want to hear you complaining after the game about how bad we beat y'all. It's like, we prepared to beat you this bad.
There were some complaints in the game. So Colorado won the game 28-9. Shedeur Sanders still in the fourth quarter throwing passes.
What you mad at?
I'm trying to get these numbers.
These numbers up. Like, what you mean?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like we always hear the comeback Cinderella stories.
Yeah.
Right? We never hear why there's a Cinderella story. Right? We're up 25 everyone in the arena expects, hopes, the coach on the other side and the players get subbed out of the game. They sit. The other team who's losing, they get to keep the stars
Keep the starters in,
right?
yep.
They get to keep
Make their runs.
The starters come back. Now these guys got to come off the bench, take the goddamn ice off, while this team has this big aura about them. They come back and win and say, "Oh, they came back 26-point deficit.
We never gave up.
Like, come on, dog.
We had hope.
Like you expect me to take the brakes off while you still get to go 1,000. That's not called sportsmanlike conduct.
So what about the other side, though? Let's say the losing team's getting smacked, they throw in the towel, they put in their reserves at that point.
Okay, what does throw in the towel?
If I'm putting in guys who traditionally wouldn't be playing in that moment.
And what am I supposed to do?
Throw in your guys.
Throw in your towel.
Well, most people think you should take your
Sportsmanship
stars.
is you take your side out, I take my side out.
Yeah.
We basically saying we're both giving up today.
But do that ever happens?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Rarely, right? You want
It's
me
like
to
a
take
55%.
You want me to take my starters out first, and then you go check the temperature.
Check the temperature. See, if my guys make a couple runs where you took your guys out, we might have a chance to turn the corner.
Like I hate when I see, let's say down 14, you just came at me and scored or tried to score. You just tried to score, right?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. I got the rebound. Now you want to play lazy defense, and then I go score, then you get mad.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not how that works. No. Nigga, you just tried to score on me. You just
Full speed.
Yeah, you just tried to score on me
Full
to get
goal.
you 2 points. I need 2 points too.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all, what y'all doing?
Yeah.
You trying to go hard? What you do?
You have a chance. There's always a possession, right? That the other team, the losing team has first. Before I get the ball, you have a chance.
Yeah.
To hold the clock, do all this. You got it first. Don't come here and do a 1-4 flat and then get a quick shot and then get mad when I come down and try to get back. That's not how that's supposed to
So what's a
And then get mad and want to fight after. Like, why are you in the game still, though? You in the game trying to get your points, me too.
So what's a fair score to be up where both teams agree game's out of reach, just put our subs in? 30?
Well, it depends on how much time's on the clock.
First half. Let's say start of the second half, you up 30.
No, I'm gonna keep my players
Keep
in.
your players in. So last 12 minutes for fourth quarter, start of the fourth, down 30.
No, in the first.
I'm gonna start my players in the fourth quarter.
As the losing team.
Oh, as a losing
As
team?
the losing team. Down 30
Yeah, I'm gonna give it one last shot.
with the starters.
Yeah.
Okay, starting the fourth, we're starting with the starters, and they're starting with their starters. Would they start with their starters up 30 in the fourth?
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Even they may not do all their starters, but
Maybe
at
one
least
or
a
two.
couple of them are gonna be in to make sure.
It don't get to
Yeah.
25,
Yeah.
20.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you are losing by 30, and then you take your starters out and put your bench players in, you are a loser. That's why you're down 30, because you already this is the shit you're thinking about, right? Not we're gonna put in the full court press.
He said you are a loser.
You're a fucking loser because you just gave the fuck up, even though there's 12 minutes left.
But my
right?
thing is, if you're the losing team, just because you do that, don't expect me to do the same thing.
Yep.
Because you're making
That's
that
the
decision for your
expectation
team.
on the sportsmanlike conduct that
Yeah.
he's saying. He's saying that everyone's expecting, just because I do it on my side, you supposed to do it on your side, and it's not the case.
But I
Not
do
like
think I
us,
do
as
think
they say.
this. I do think this. Right? I'm gonna put a couple of my players in the fourth quarter, make sure, they don't get back in the game. But then I'm gonna take them out because you also risk injury.
Yes.
So it's like if you're, and then people are gonna come for the coach. Like, you were up by 30, why did you
Why
have
they
to
in
in
the
the game
game?
anyway?
Yep.
But I'm gonna, make sure we good, and then I probably am gonna take them out.
Yeah.
What?
What if you averaging 30 and you only got 20?
Now, hey, I was going to ask that question, though, especially in sports.
Would you want to be
professional
taken
sports.
out?
No, because as
Up
a
30.
player, but
Up
as a
30?
player, no. Because as a player, I'm gonna be like, coach, let me see if I can get my average. And after a few minutes, if I ain't got it, then yeah, you need to come out.
Yeah, especially, in professional sports where everything's tied to performance, you got bonuses, you got so much on the line. And a lot of times it may not be that star player's fault that the team is trash or the coach ain't delivering the expectations.
See, what they talking about is different compared to the other side of it. Like, if they're beating me by 30, right? And it's one of them games for us. Like, we just had one of them bad games, y'all kicked our ass. But now I see y'all trying to get y'all points.
Yeah.
Y'all trying to get y'all points on the fact that y'all up like this. And it's like, that's where the insult comes in. It's like, you're not just insulting me through the fact that you're playing better, but you're basically saying, fuck you.
Well, but that ain't my fault.
I'm like, fuck you.
But that,
Like,
yeah,
fuck,
but that's
like,
not my
fuck
fault.
you. Like,
because you know that
I'm gonna get my points on you now?
Yeah.
Like, y'all
What
that
if you
bad.
and this has happened. What if you have a player that, is averaging a double-double, and he or she's 2 rebounds away?
But you up 30.
Yeah.
Soon as she comes back in the game, this is what I've seen guys like Isaiah Thomas as a coach do. Up 30. See him at the scores table? Oh yeah, get him. He's gonna get fouled. This dude's gonna get fouled. Soon as he check in, he's getting fouled.
Go get
I'm
him.
sending you in the game to make sure you're insulting us. No, we don't play that shit.
Well,
That's the type of coach, like, he's like old school. Like,
better.
You should have been insulted when you're down 30.
Yeah.
But he has to
what's 2
protect.
more
They have
rebounds?
to protect some type of integrity.
There's no
as a team.
integrity. But there's no integrity. You're down 30.
Don't try to show me up.
I'm already showing you up. We beat you by 30.
Don't try no more. You're doing too much.
But what I'm saying is,
You're doing too much.
But think
Don't
about
try
it.
to make it 31. Leave it at 30.
Leave it at 30. I don't need 35, 40.
But think about it like this. What happens is, it's a team dominance. Everybody's playing well. We're beating you as a team. So the star player, this is when the star player passed the ball around and
Yeah.
everybody's hitting
Have a
shots.
solid game.
So he's not really getting his numbers, but you know what I mean? It's like, I still got to do right by him.
But does he chalk it up as one of these games that we just blew niggas out?
Nah.
I gotta take this.
No.
Because it's almost like an L for the star player.
What-
If you up 40 and you only had 15,
Yeah.
by the time they're about to sub you out, you're like, damn, it's one of them games I ain't gonna get this.
It all depends.
Unless the coach, like she said, like,
If there's a record,
let me go ahead and.
There's so much that
There's a
plays
play-
into that, though,
if-
right?
If there's a
It's
record
a good,
going on,
good coach-player relationship. Those things play a
it's
part.
like, let's just say the person's on a 22-game
Yeah.
streak.
Yeah.
Right? And they
Yeah.
need 10 points and there's 10 minutes left. Hey, you got 10 minutes
That's
To
it.
get this,
to
yeah.
score
it.
10
I like
points.
that.
If you don't get it, you
Hey,
gotta-
hey, and I'm gonna say this: be careful, because
Right.
They out there.
Right.
That's
it.
So,
Right.
so you're being aware of the sportsmanship.
I'ma be-
aspect of, hey, they not fucking around. They'll fuck around and get hurt you out there if you're out there.
I'm aware of the bad sportsmanship.
The bad
I don't. Yeah,
There you go.
Because it's not sportsmanship if you're mad and you got to go try to hurt the player. That's not sportsmanship.
'Cause we beating your ass.
Because we're beating your
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no. Because it's not like you guys are just. It's not like the other team is stopped playing basketball.
Right.
They're still playing. So you can shoot in 3 seconds. I have to take the whole 24-second shot.
Right.
Right. You get to come down, shoot 24 seconds.
Yep.
Shoot 20. That
Yeah.
seems like that's what is. And then the star player shouldn't be able to shoot. It should be the rest of the bench
Yeah.
player. There's like there's these invisible rules that just don't
That's
make
true.
sense.
Yeah.
And then you can shoot the next 6 shots, and then I shoot 1 shot. You mad at me?
Man, everybody looking at you like, what you
Yo,
doing,
what you
Steph?
doing, homeboy?
Goddamn, Steph Curry.
Oh,
you
then
up
you trying
40.
to get your points out here?
Damn. You done hit 10 threes
No
already,
doubt.
Steph. Goddamn.
No,
You
no.
didn't shoot another one?
New York. I seen a New York game. The player came down, fast break. Look, fast break came down, shot it. Boom. They came down, scored. He got the ball, shot again, missed it, got the rebound, shot again. Right, yes. The other team came down on a fast break, shot the 3 in the corner. The nigga who just shot 3-4 shots in a row got mad, pushed him out of bounds. I'm sitting here like, oh, you should get your ass whooped. Because first of all, he wouldn't have got this 3 if you didn't turn it, because what happened is he was trying to get another shot and they turned the ball over, and I think it might have been Julius Randle who backed it out and was just in the corner, was like, well, fuck it, and shot the 3.
And the nigga pushed Julius.
And then,
Randle.
yeah, he got mad. It was either the Knicks pushing somebody or Julius Randle getting pushed.
That's crazy.
Like the dude was just.
You just took 3 threes.
The
Oh, yeah.
dude was so trying to get his points,
Yeah.
and he turned the ball over, and oh shit,
Yeah.
and then sat there, waited too, and was like, oh fuck it, shot 3, and then got mad, pushed him.
Oh, man.
But I also think it depends on like the coach, like in this situation with Colorado and Colorado State, right?
That's a rivalry.
It is. And you also know Prime. Like, he's a competitor, and he knows the shit that was said, right? So I'm like, listen, y'all gonna stay in the game.
Yeah. He trying to step on me.
Sure.
I'm trying to
It
step
is.
on you.
It is.
I'm trying to step on
Yeah.
you. You insulted me the
Like,
first time, and then your quarterback out here talking to my son.
Yeah.
It ain't just my quarterback. It's my son
That's my
too.
son, too.
It's my
Yeah.
son too. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna step on y'all.
Yeah.
Every chance we get.
So we,
How many times did Mike Tyson shake the opponent's hand after he knocked him out of 10 seconds?
hey, he would,
No.
he would give, yeah.
All of them?
Every
just
single
saying.
one of them, after he knock him out, he, hey man, you okay? Hey,
You still,
go to the doctor.
You can still
Go to
breathe.
the doctor. Can you breathe?
But what I'm saying is like, now imagine him going into this fight saying, I'm gonna make it go 12 rounds. I'm gonna toy with him to 12. Like, if I'm better, shouldn't I be better?
Yeah.
Because if I'm toying with you, then that's more insulting.
Exactly.
Like, we have a rule, there's a rule it was my son's middle school team, Heritage, right? Heritage is a very superior middle school,
Yes.
right? Most of the time, they can basically score 100 points. But in their league, they're not allowed to break 100,
Whoa.
right?
Hey,
Yeah.
go ahead.
They're not allowed to break 100. If they're up
That's a rule?
25, they have to play zone.
Yeah.
Right? If they're up, they can't press anymore. They have to play zone.
What?
Right?
Wait, what, and how old is he?
This was it?
You said middle
Third-
school?
Oh,
it was
in
a middle
middle
school.
school.
Like, so
Okay,
6, 7.
okay.
So I remember we're playing Sierra Canyon, right? This is when Bryce and them got there. They put the C team up. The score in the beginning of the fourth was 96-10. And they're saying, don't score 100. Now, imagine what
Wow.
the next 8 minutes look like.
Wow.
So in 8
So what
minutes, we
happens
can
if they
only score 2 points.
But what if they had to forfeit the game?
It was something to get it. I don't know. He knows the league.
They get
He
a
knows
penalty?
the
I'm
league.
saying, I've seen that. I've seen rules like that before. I believe there was a story about a high school coach that smacked another team but had to write a letter
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why they did it. And it's like, well, the other team was trash. What you expect?
So then just call the game.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So what ends up happening, what do you think they start doing? Giving the kids the ball, taking it back, throwing it between the legs. And they sitting
Yeah.
there
They
throwing
start fucking with 'em.
And they start throwing it from half court because in 8 minutes, they can only score 2 more points. They can't get to 100. So now the parents of the other team is like, well, this is more embarrassing. So
Way
this
more
is more
embarrassing.
embarrassing
No doubt.
that they're doing this to our children because now the kids are crying.
Yes.
Well, they,
Bouncing it off their head, throwing it between. Now they're just playing with it and then throwing it
Yeah.
out of bounds, turning the ball over because they can't score or they get in trouble.
they do that in youth sports a lot too. And my thought is always like, let these kids understand they got their asses whooped today. Like they need to see
Yeah,
that
like
score.
what part
what
of
does
that
that
is
mean?
okay?
I don't-
Like,
I'll
if
turn
I
the
kick your
scoreboard.
ass that hard to the point where your kid has to reevaluate whether he wants to
Like, if this may not be for you.
this may not be for me because that's how it's going to be moving
Yeah.
forward. It ain't going to get no easier because as we get better, we want to kick your ass even harder than they was
Yeah.
kicking your ass then. And if you get any better than you are, you start getting good, you like, I don't know if I really, like you said when you see Vince, you in the league on the bench, like, man, I seen Vince Carter. I think I should have played football. I should have ran track or some shit. Like, what the fuck am I doing here?
But that teaches you life lessons.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Kobe.
Yes.
Yeah, Kobe and G
Kobe's
squad.
girl, they played a team. That team beat them by what, like 20, 30 points?
Yeah.
The girls are so pissed off that they trained. Like they went to practice
Yes.
and said, all right, we understand now. And then they play this team and they beat them again. They beat this team now by what, 70, 80?
And all I remember is just the group photo in front of the scoreboard, but they're all jumping.
But they were
one of my
and-
favorite
and then
photos.
the parents is like, why are you doing this? It's like, I'm not gonna get this. My girls savored this moment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make y'all feel good because y'all didn't feel sorry for us when we lost by 20
That's
something.
crazy.
So why should we feel
Wow.
sorry about
That's
you
crazy.
that you lost by 90?
Wow.
Get better, we'll see you again.
Yeah.
That's the perfect example of
Yeah.
the sportsmanship because
Yeah.
it turns his head very quickly. You was the
Yeah.
victim first.
Yeah.
Now you know what it feels like to be on the victory side. Like, oh, this is what it feels like to make them do what they made us do. Shit.
Because
And let's
the
keep it
other
real. You
side
know
of
the other
that-
team was clowning, like, oh, we smacked
doubt.
Kobe's team.
No doubt. Because the other side of that is with your son's team, if there's a rule where you can't score 100 points, so now they're just doing whatever, throwing it out of bounds, like you said, throwing it. Like, what is that teaching? Both teams.
Yeah.
What it looked like, and I told the coach, I said, man, you lucky you the coach because I'm gonna have to set an example. And it has to be a rude example because what ends up happening is you guys practice so much against each other to be excellent, and then you only have truly 4 or 5 minutes of real basketball before it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And then now you're spending the rest of the game just playing around. So it's teaching these kids how to play around. It's not teaching them basketball. So now you have to sit there and take the ball out of bounds, let them score, don't play defense, just so you can play offense for real. Like, it becomes this thing where now you're sitting kids, they're just sitting there playing. And I told my son, I'm sorry, man, you can't play here no more.
Right, and they get cocky too. If you think about the confidence that brings when you just smack a team in the first 6 minutes and you ain't got to play hard the rest of the game, it's like, are we gonna do this to every team? So if you do it to every team, imagine that one kid that's on the team that's the best player. He don't even play hard in practice.
Playing hard.
He don't even play hard in practice. He just walk on the floor. He just
you know what the coach said? He says, which made sense. He said, our practices against each other is our actual game.
Yeah.
The games that we're playing that's our practice.
Yep.
Because our competition is each other. So what ends up happening is they basically had 3 teams. It was a gold, a black, and the white team. So usually in the league play, gold and black are playing against each other in the championship.
Yeah.
Right? So it's Heritage versus Heritage in the championship game, not in any other school.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And it just teaches bad habits.
But even that other side though, for the good teams,
It does.
That creates the challenge in practice where you got white team versus gold team, they both elite, and this is our game. The practice is our game. So when we go out to practice, we go out to actually play the game, we literally can't go through the motions. Because we know this team, we get them out of there like this. Hey, look, Josiah and Rashad, y'all gonna go in because we just smacked them already. So we gonna get to play tonight.
Rashad, we were already in the game.
No, we wasn't. We was not. We was not. We was not in the game. Me and you was not in the game. We was watching.
I appreciate you putting yourself in there.
They subbed me and Gil out.
Yeah, put us in. We looking at y'all like, are y'all done?
But then they wonder why.
Are you gonna shoot another one?
And they wonder why when you're going into sports, they're like, yo, where's all the killers? They're being trained not to be.
Yeah.
Facts.
They're being trained not to be. And when they get to this level, they've been trained to team up all these years.
Super team
They've been
shit.
super teaming up.
Wow.
Now when they get to this level, all of them are very high level role players.
And they do not want to play without the other super team.
Yeah, no,
They've been playing with each
I just
other
want
for
to sit
so
here. I
long.
don't need no pressure.
Facts.
I
don't have
No
what's happened to
doubt.
you? Ain't got your. I'm used to passing it to this nigga. He
No
doing his thing and he rebounded. I don't gotta do nothing.
So we asked the chat, is good sportsmanship overrated? 57% say yes. Nearly 3,000 votes.
There we go.
appreciate
See,
the
that's
chat.
our chat.
We appreciate it.
Let's go, chat.
Chat knows.
Teach your kids how to whoop ass.
No
and take a ass.
And when you got them down, keep them down.
Keep 'em down.
Keep your foot on their neck.
You up 50? Go up 60.
Bitch.
It's like, I don't want you up 50. Don't go down. Don't be up 30. You know what I mean? It's confidence. Oh, we just went up 20 next time. Like, no.
Yep.
60, so when they see us, niggas be like,
He's a killer. He's a killer. He's trying to kill me. He's
no
trying to
eye
kill me.
contact.
like when people see the 96 Bulls,
No doubt.
remember Jordan said, we went into layup line, we can see we already won the game.
Yeah.
We just got a first couple plays,
Knock him out.
they laying down.
Knock him out.
That's how you supposed to
Knock
do it.
him out.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. So back in January, Pat Riley revealed Hall of Famer Dwyane Wade would become the first player in Heat history
Great point.
to receive a statue. And recently, the Heat announced Wade will get a 2-day ceremony with the statue unveiling on October 27th and a statue night on October 28th for the Heat's game against the Pistons. Wade helped lead the Heat to 3 championships, was the 2006 Finals MVP, transforming Dade County into Wade County. In his career, D-Wade was a 13-time All-Star, made 8 All-NBA teams, 3 All-Defensive squads, averaged 23 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists in his 15 seasons with the Heat, and is a member of the NBA's 75th anniversary teams. Congrats to D-Wade for getting that statue. Still have not pulled up to the arena, even though you're a local, but we forgive you. We're not gonna say nothing. But what should D-Wade's Heat statue pose be? What's D-Wade's most iconic?
The cabbage patch. The cabbage
didn't
patch.
he have a
This, he does this a lot.
yeah, the D-Wade
Yeah.
shit. I think he had it on his shoes.
That's kind of like the
I think
Converse, was it the
That's kind of
Converse?
like that's kind of like the Jordan with the ball.
That is.
I think he had that logo though.
I think the dunk on Verjao. I want to see Verjao in the statue.
Oh, with the
Just getting.
That's why you can't have him in the statue.
That's me. Look.
You can't have him in the statue. I don't know.
Go back to those pictures again.
Is it gonna be one of those picks?
This one.
Yeah, that one. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. This is my house.
That is my house. They might use that one,
That's
though.
nice too.
That's what I
Yeah.
said. They might end up
That's
using
nice
that
too.
one.
So shout out
That's
to
young
Flag.
D.
Oh,
That's
hell,
young
whatever
D,
they
man.
use, he got a statue.
Yeah, no matter what it is.
What about the alley-oop to Braun?
That one.
Boo.
Nah,
He not gonna work.
Yeah. Separate myself.
Give me a bucket.
Separate myself from this nigga. I don't want to be a part of it. You got to put him in all my shit.
Oh, you mean just the finishing one? Yeah.
It's like the most famous NBA picture.
But
Yeah. But that didn't even have
if
nothing
they
to do
make
with
that
him.
D-Wade statue and they make Bron statue, I'm just saying that would.
That'd be hard though. That would be hard.
It really would be.
But if you're D-Wade, I would imagine you probably feel some type of way.
Nah, because I won one before you got here, bro. You need to relax.
This my franchise.
It's my shit. It's Wade County, man.
Move around, as they say. So obviously, you guys both had the opportunity to play against D-Wade during your basketball careers. What was the toughest part of D-Wade's game?
You didn't know how, like, he was strong, explosive, and quick, right? So when he hit the hole, like when when Euro came out, right? The Euro was a layup, and he was turning the Euro into like dunking angles, which was different. He's coming in, boom, boom, and then jumping. So his explosion was very underrated because no one realized how explosive he really was off of spins, like out of just regular movement, and he still had all that jumping power, right? And that was really different.
I think,
Willingness to win too.
yeah. His style, it was his style of play. It was the Chicago style. He kind of had that slew-footed Donovan Mitchell kind of stature, but super athletic. Like he said, quick, fast. The one thing I remember about D-Wade is when I got drafted, Melo and D-Wade threw a draft party for our class. And first time I met him, he came up to me after we did the draft and we had the party. And he's like, man, I really fuck with your game, bro. I really fuck with your game. I really like everything you do on the court. And I was being compared to Gil and D-Wade at the time as a tweener, just because of the size and the ability to score at a high clip. And I just remember seeing him play like 05, 06, 07. It was just like, yo, if I'm compared to this, I got like that shit, I gotta change. I gotta change my shit up because that shit was just, I never seen nothing like that. The spins on the baseline, the rip back. Like he created so many different nuances for guys my size that we can be like, all right, we can get this off, fade on it a little bit here, use your athleticism when you can, the Euro into the floater. D-Wade is a generational, well, I'm not gonna say generational. I'm gonna say he's a cultural icon. And he's one of the most underrated players in the history of the game.
And people talk a lot about D-Wade for his offensive exploits, which obviously he deserves, but also was a beast on the defensive end. Most blocks by a guard in NBA history, 885 career blocks.
Tenacity.
And that's
Jordan
a lot.
second place with
Tenacity.
That's
28.
saying a lot.
That's saying a lot with the teams he had.
Yeah.
Because he had big men back there, so he had the
Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah.
So he had real defenders. So most of his blocks was basically coming on the guy he's guarding.
Yep.
Yes.
Right? So he knows how to time shots and then, weak side blocks.
Yep. Chase down block.
Chase down blocks there. So he
And where does Wade's Euro step, but we're going to keep it real. Elgin Baylor was doing the Euro step back in the 50s, but, they don't want to have that conversation, but for the sake of this show, my Elgin step movement hasn't caught on yet. But where does the Euro step rank amongst players you see? Where does D-Wade's Euro step rank amongst players that you've seen?
D-Wade, I think he enhanced it. He enhanced Ginobili's. When Ginobili brought it, it was wide. And it was going left only. So we was trying to figure out, like, how to stop this nigga going left. He gonna go left regardless. But then he step left and then go right in Euro use. So D-Wade made it tighter. He made it where it was fast, where he coming straight at you. And and that shit was just so dynamic to the point where ain't shit you could do with fouling.
I mean, Ginobili's was really good because it wasn't seen then, right? When you're trying to really cut him off and he boom, boom. D-Wade's was sharper.
Facts.
Right? It was crisp, right? Like he's coming at you full speed and
Yeah, slow down on your ass.
it became this like boom, boom. Then he had to slow down. Then like when he made Kevin Garnett do a 360 on Euro step, that's
Going
how
at you full.
coming at you, boom, boom. Like
Yeah.
I'll rank it one.
One for sure.
I rank it
Wow.
one.
Okay.
Then you got your James Harden too. One
No,
James
I
Harden.
understand
Then
what you're saying.
Ginobili, the nigga brought it over here is third.
Kevin Durant.
It was already.
The nigga that brought it over here
It was
is
already.
third.
It got
It was over
gentrified.
here since 1972. We
Yeah, yeah. We read
50. Then
It
we
was
go
50.
back-
I mean, it was a travel then. We seen Dominique try it. Like, damn, that's two steps.
Elgin Baylor was getting it off 56
It was like, yeah.
It was a problem,
routinely.
man.
Yeah.
routinely.
They didn't call travel then?
No,
So wait, they didn't call it in the 50s?
but you know it was different back then.
So why did they start calling it when Dominique was trying it?
Some strong calf muscles. They got them strong calves. This look like a walk.
That's for another episode of Gil's Arena. So D-Wade, first player in history to get a statue. Do you guys see a world where somewhere in the far off future that LeBron gets a statue in Miami as well? 2 chips, 2 Finals MVPs.
If you take the personal out of it,
They did take his chocolate chip cookies, Gil.
I'm just saying, if you take the personal out of it, maybe.
Does Shaq get one?
In where?
Miami.
No.
So why would LeBron get one?
2 chips.
Because LeBron actually played very well.
Shaq played.
He played-
Shaq got one.
No, what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is LeBron played very well in Miami. Shaq played all right. Played all right.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Maybe in the post-Pat Riley era.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but do you go back and say, well, Chris Bosh should get a statue?
Yeah. That's it's like
Alonzo
whoever.
Mourning should get a statue?
Alonzo for sure.
I think Udonis could have a compelling argument
Yeah.
as well.
Alonzo for sure.
Right?
For sure. No
You-
doubt.
Ronnie
If
Cycling
you're,
just
yeah, what I'm saying is, if
posted.
you're Pat Riley, you might do it just because of the name,
Yeah.
right? Because the name is such a great name. Does Will Chamberlain have one here?
Yes.
And Staple.
Yeah, Staples. See, so it might be one of those.
Yeah.
It might be one of those.
They just
things.
start rolling
You just
up
start putting
statues.
just the great names that came through you. It could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is
I wouldn't
it,
be surprised.
And is it now we're going to give D-Wade one because, like, this generation of players are getting them?
Yeah.
Because you can go back to the Heat organization and look at players that it's like if we're doing statues, then we definitely need to go back and give Zoe a statue.
No.
Or Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, like there are a lot of players that have come through, right?
Whoa. They got their jerseys up there. There's
D-Wade
jerseys.
has his
The jersey niggas,
They got a jersey and they're statue type of players.
So you're saying D-Wade's the only player that's come through Miami that is deserving of a
That's
statue?
a statue. He's the only player with 3 rings.
The greatest player
Well,
in
he's
Heat
not the
history.
only. He's not the only player with 3 rings, but he has 3 rings, and he was the main guy
with Miami.
with Miami. He's the best player in franchise history, but he has the rings to back it. When you just start
I don't see what you could definitely throw LeBron in there. I mean,
you
just
could. That's
because-
something you could.
Just because.
2 chips,
So
2
then
Finals MVPs, 2
So the Lakers give
MVPs.
LeBron a statue too?
At this point in time, last year I was like, this year,
Criteria.
if Wilt Chamberlain, because Wilt didn't win a championship here, right? No. he didn't really have his career here,
No.
right? So
Well, off the court, he was.
But what I'm saying is, LeBron James will have a statue at Staples because you're not gonna have the #1 scorer in NBA history.
Not
here.
representing.
Well, you got everybody
Not
else.
representing your.
No doubt.
And one title in LA.
Okay.
Won a chip
But
in
you
LA.
got,
I agree with
but
you.
you got everybody else. It just like it's
So that makes him, I don't know this, the only player that would have a statue in Miami and a statue in
possibly
LA.
Cleveland's gonna give him one no matter what.
So three teams?
He can possibly be 3.
Dang!
100% sure he will have 2 because there's no way Los Angeles don't have him with the name.
Fact.
For sure.
Because
No.
they're only putting in prestige in that
For sure.
front, right? That's just
Just keep the statue away from Kobe's.
You don't want
Kobe
it
had 3, so-
anywhere near Kobe.
Put
He's
it
gonna
on,
have 3 out
Put it
there.
on the roof. Put that bitch on the roof. Let the motherfucker see that the motherfucker.
no,
when they
you don't
climb
want
in.
to put on the roof.
Yeah.
Then he owns he's overlooking the world.
Well, put it in the garage, the parking
I can
garage.
see-
Put it in the parking garage.
Then
You
putting
get-
the-
park in
one
the
of
bottom.
Kobe
You
on
see
the
the
roof.
Bron. Park over there, nigga.
Putting the Kobe statue on the roof would be legendary, though. Like, this
Y'all
is my
stop
shit.
laughing
He's a
back there. Y'all.
Does Bird have a statue?
Yeah, you know we don't know. We don't.
Does
know
he?
Nobody
know.
pays attention to Boston.
Indiana State. He don't.
No, I don't give a fuck about Indiana. I'm talking
He don't
about
got Boston.
That's none of our business.
Boston don't have a statue of Larry Bird, and Magic has a statue. Jordan has a statue.
Budget.
Ooh, white
Budget
people,
cuts.
white people done failed. White people, y'all done failed.
I think they just like, look, we got Boston. This is Boston.
Nah, y'all done failed.
We got
'cause I
our
can
own
tell you
state.
this: Denver gonna have a Jokic statue soon as
Quick.
Jokic done.
Quick.
right?
That's a fact.
Do we have a Sheryl Swoopes statue in Houston?
Well, I mean,
How you feel about that?
Well, I don't have an arena.
Budget.
We don't even have a
budget.
team,
You don't have a team.
Whatever. I'm not worried about that.
I mean, they can put you at the.
I'm not worried about it either, but
What about the headquarters, the WNBA headquarters? You got
put it
statues
somewhere.
outside of
They
there.
have a swoop street.
Put it in Dallas.
Swoop street. Sheryl Swoop street.
He said headquarters. Laugh at them niggas. Headquarters.
We ain't got
you
that.
saw my face,
We
didn't
don't
you?
even got a headquarters.
Like,
You saw my face.
we like Google. We like Google in the night. In the
What's the
1980s, huh?
headquarters? We
Where
got
is the
garage.
WNBA headquarters?
Where is the
Y'all
headquarters?
full of shit.
They still out the garage.
I'm not gonna.
Hello. Hold on, I gotta let the babysitter in.
Hold on.
I'm not entertaining that.
Google in the 80s. We are still.
Just like move on to the next topic. I'm not
I think it's the
entertaining.
appropriate time to do so.
We're not entertaining
So
that.
football is back, baseball's in full swing, and basketball season is right around the corner. That's why I need to tell you about our special hookup from today's sponsor, SeatGeek. Everyone can use our code GIL10 and get 10% off any tickets on SeatGeek, whether you're a new customer or not. Sports, concerts, festivals, you name it. SeatGeek rates on a scale of 1 to 10, so look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. No matter how many times you bought tickets using SeatGeek before, code GIL10 is going to get you 10% off your next order, all right? We've already been to Lakers-Clippers games courtesy of SeatGeek, really got our flares out there and really done it. So take out your phone, open the SeatGeek app, and add code GIL10 to your account. This offer is only available for a limited time, so act quickly. All right, well, you brought up the WNBA, Gil, so we're going to talk some W. Sheryl,
He
you
did
came-
bring it up.
You came dressed appropriately because we got to give Asia Wilson her flowers on this very program. So after setting the WNBA single season scoring record last week, Aces superstar Asia Wilson made some more history on Sunday in a win against the Connecticut Sun, becoming the first player in league history to eclipse the 1,000-point mark. So after the game, an emotional Wilson had high praise for her Aces teammates.
Y'all will never understand how much y'all mean to me because there's days where I hate being Asia Wilson. I hate it. But when I come into work and I see y'all smiling and I see y'all just happy, makes me who I am. And I am so grateful to have teammates like y'all because I don't.
Did y'all bleep out
y'all
shit?
listen, I can go on.
They bleeped out shit. Oh.
Y'all are just amazing people, and I love coming into work with y'all every single day. Cause life is hard, we all know it is. But when I come into work and I see y'all, it changes my whole outlook on life. So I am so appreciative for y'all because It's hard. We know it's hard. But I'm nothing without y'all, and I'm so grateful. And thank you so much. Never change, y'all. Never change.
So,
Jeez. Huh.
let's see, you need a tissue? We in a little emotional here.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that. I felt all of that.
Yeah, nah, that's real talk right there. Shout out to Asia. She's currently averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, nearly 2 steals, nearly 3 blocks per game this season. She will end the season with the highest points per game average in WNBA history, second highest rebound per game average behind Angel Reese. So Wilson is the MVP frontrunner, will look to become the first unanimous selection since Cynthia Cooper in 1997. Also in the running for her 3rd straight Defensive Player of the Year, although Nafisa Collier, I think, is currently the frontrunner on that side. But Sheryl, we got you in the building. You are the GOAT. Is Asia Wilson having the best individual season in WNBA history?
I mean, if she's not, I don't know who it was. I just, I was very blessed to play with some incredible talent, players, played against some of the best, but listen, she scored 1,000 points in a season. One season, which has never been done before. And it's not like they play 82 games.
Yeah.
Asia is on a whole nother level. Asia's doing stuff that's never been done in this league before. And I say this a lot because I think people use the term GOAT for anybody that's a really good player. It's like, oh, she's a GOAT, he's a GOAT. And Asia even said right now she's a baby GOAT.
Okay. Bad. One of those.
Bad.
Like
Yeah,
bad.
not a bad.
Baby. Not a full bad.
And I would just say she is absolutely in the conversation because what she's doing this season has never been done before. A hell of a talent, hell of a player, and is just getting better with every single game.
No. It's
kind of scary.
I appreciate you, Asia, for always hitting on the pick'ems. Help keep my pockets blessed. So Aces are looking to become the first WNBA team to three-peat since your Houston Comets, which four-peated 1997 to 2000. But they're currently 4th in the league, 2 games left remaining. Not as great of a season as last year, where I believe they set the wins record. But are the Aces still a legit threat to three-peat this season?
So the selfish person in me does not want them to win.
Okay.
Right or wrong? Yeah, I don't want them to, but I love the team.
They're not gonna get 4 though. I mean 3.
Even 3. I don't even want them to get 3. but I love Asia. So
Sportsmanship is overrated.
But you know what? At the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, this Aces team, they're primed to win another one. Granted, injuries, all those things. I do think Chelsea Gray is getting back to the old Chelsea Gray. And the old Chelsea Gray is a hell of a player. And you know what Asia's going to bring? I'm not sure about the other players, right? Tiffany Hayes, I think, is great. But it isn't so much about the Aces, it's about the other teams, right? I think Minnesota is playing very well right now. I think New York is playing well right now. I think Indiana is a team that could really surprise some people in the playoffs. So the answer to your question, I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know.
Who played them in the championship? New York, right?
Yeah.
Who did they get as a free agent?
Who get? New York. That's the thing. New York didn't really
They get
add
nobody.
anybody.
They didn't add anybody.
They didn't add anybody.
And then
I think New York is like, y'all came in here last year and beat us without Chelsea Gray, without Kia Stokes, and y'all beat us on our home court for a championship.
Yeah.
And so I think they're feeling kind of salty.
Run it back.
Brianna Stewart's playing well. Sabrina Ionescu's having a really good season. But Nyjah Laney, like, they have the pieces, but I don't know. I don't know who's going to win, to be honest with you. Minnesota, and a lot of people aren't talking about Minnesota, but Minnesota looks really, really, really good.
And that's been a theme this whole season. Obviously, their head coach has been vocal about it, but they are out there. Shout out to Nafisa Collier, who's out there and doing her thing as well.
You know who I like, man.
To win it all?
Surprise some folks.
Okay, time out. No, who do you like to win it all?
I have this This fever. I have this fever.
I already know how your mind
He said, I have this fever.
I have this
already know
fever.
how your
It
mind-
won't go away. It's just
to win it all.
it just won't go away. It's just stuck in my stuck.
You need. Have you been to the doctor?
No, I haven't. I refuse.
you need
I'm
to
a
go- you need
natural.
to go-
He's a natural refuser.
holistic-
You need to go
I'm a
get that
holistic
fever
guy.
checked.
I'm a holistic. I'm holistic. You know what I'm saying? So the fever goes down as the body adjusts,
All right,
right?
but why do you have them picked to win it all?
I have them picked to make enough noise to get to the championship game.
Do you have them picked to win it all?
No, because I don't know who they're going to be going against. And that's a big factor.
But you think they'll make it to the
I
championship?
think they could. I think the way that they're playing and the way that they need to play is two different aspects because Aaliyah and
Kelsey?
Smith,
Nalissa?
like they're holding it down, but they still make certain key mistakes down the stretch that could hurt them against good teams like New York or the Aces. But I've also seen them rally against them teams and make them look like not good teams.
Well, the only team they did not beat this season was the Aces.
The Aces.
They beat everybody else.
Because they don't have anything
They
for.
came in last week
Asia.
game.
They don't have anything for.
That's not it. That's not it. It's
It
because
is.
they got 4 Olympians that can key in on that fucking girl out there that can make plays for everybody else.
No.
And me
they
watching
don't
that
have-
game,
They don't have anybody to guard Asia.
Asia. They don't have anybody.
I understand that. But Asia wasn't the one that was killing them. That was killing them was they neutralized Caitlyn with those 3 guards out there that knew how to guard her. That we know how to guard her. And they took that shit away from her. I was like, yo, she's gonna have bad games against the Aces every time because you got Asia down there that's gonna block shit. And then you got them 3 guards that take pride in trying to stop her. That's the
But-
difference. And then you got Mitchell. She's
Yeah.
always gonna get off.
So I was going to say,
Yeah.
but they also have Kelsey
But
Mitchell.
they
who's
allow
a
Kelsey-
bucket,
they'll allow her to
a
go.
Bona fide
See,
bucket.
And I-
She's not a passer and she's not a facilitator.
You don't need one.
But you do if you're gonna isolate Caitlyn from not distributing the ball and keep her under control. That means that Kelsey has to do what now Caitlyn is doing, and she's only getting buckets. So now Nalisa, she's not gonna get
No.
her points. Aaliyah not
means-
gonna get her points.
it
Lexi
means-
Hole not gonna get her points.
It means then if that's the case, then maybe you bring in Erica Wheeler
Yes.
to handle the rock
Yes.
and be that distributor.
Yes, and let her
and
come
you
off.
run Caitlyn off
Yes.
the ball screen.
They not making them adjustments at all.
But I don't think they need to until the playoffs.
right. Because
So that's where the playoffs.
Perfect.
The playoffs
adjustment.
with I think with Fever, you could see them moving a little further than people expect because their engine is Caitlyn with passing right now.
With passing.
With passing
No
right
doubt.
now. Now, if you try to cut off her passing lanes, she can become a shooter.
Yes.
Right? If you cut off her shooting, she become a passer. But because she's dominating with the passing
Yep.
and all the scores can score,
Yep.
that becomes a problem in the playoffs
Yeah.
because they can adjust faster than everybody else. If they did say, all right, we're going to neutralize Asia, and you neutralize Asia, is everybody ready to try to score 20?
Right. From the perimeter.
Yeah, and say, all right, Chelsea, great, we need you to score 20 today. Is she willing and she's ready to take on
Chelsea's
that?
willing.
But can't
willing,
is she
able,
healthy?
Is he
You know what I'm saying?
is he healthy enough to
healthy
do
enough
it?
to do it right now?
To go get me 20.
By the time the playoffs
Playoffs
start,
start.
I think she will be.
Okay.
But my thing is this, before we even get to the Aces, and you can look it up, I think if playoffs started today, they would match up with Minnesota.
Nah, they
Fever?
second round.
Fever?
The Fever, who would the Fever play?
Suns. The
They play
Suns.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Connecticut.
I like that
13,
matchup
Fever
better.
6.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that matchup.
Well,
They can
the
pull that one.
Fever, the Fever could pull out.
They can pull that out.
I guess you could call it an upset just because of the standings.
yeah.
But
But would that be an upset to you?
if the Fever beat Connecticut,
Yeah, that wouldn't be
No.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But I think that's because if you look at the standings.
Yeah.
And that matchup to me is very, very interesting.
And then the
But
Aces
what would
play
the matchup
Storm.
be, though? Because you got Bronner and Thomas. And then outside of those two, you got the girl who got traded from the Sky, the white girl,
Oh, Mabry.
Mayberry.
Yeah,
And
Mabry.
Carrington.
And Carrington. So Carrington's a problem. She's going to give Caitlyn.
Defensively.
She's going to give Caitlyn's problems. Then you got the matchup between Alyssa and
Alyssa guards everybody.
but she's
know what I
she's,
mean?
she's a monster.
Yeah.
I love like her style of play is just dope. But then you got Bronner, like she's gonna be the
what
it.
I think for the Fever is offensively, like they can score with the best of them, right? You got Caitlin handling the rock. I think the best part, and you said it, the best part of her game right now is her passing ability to just pick the defense apart, right? And get the ball where it needs to. Defensively, besides Aaliyah Boston, besides Lexi Hull, because I think Kelsey Mitchell's an okay defender. Lexi Hull, like, is a dog on the defensive end.
Yeah.
But besides those two, like, I worry about the defense.
They can't
because
guard.
to your point, come playoffs, you got to be able to guard somebody, regardless of who that your first round matchup is, second round matchup is. Offensively, I don't worry about them scoring because you got Kelsey Mitchell, who I think people totally forgot about what Kelsey did at Ohio State. And then even being in the league, like Kelsey's always been a bucket. Aaliyah Boston is playing really well. Nalissa Smith, when she's getting the minutes, she's a rebounding machine. She plays hard. Then you bring in off the bench Timmy Fagbinley, who is playing very well. Demiris Dantas, who's playing very well.
Shooting the shit out of
right? And what I don't see is who is that other guard, right? Because the guard they bring in is Erica Wheeler.
Yep.
Who's the other guard that you can bring in that can defend somebody?
I think that they're the women's version of the Dallas Mavericks. And I see Caitlin being Luka.
I like that.
Kelsey Mitchell being Kyrie.
I like that. Yeah.
You know, they got pieces that are very dangerous, but they haven't decided to play defense individually. Where collectively, if they did in the playoffs, it would be more team defense.
No doubt.
And they wouldn't have to focus on what we're talking about now as far as liabilities. You know what I'm saying?
And the last thing is experience.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah.
I mean, Connecticut's been there.
Yeah.
The
And they're
Aces have been
older.
there.
And they're older.
Indiana hasn't been there in I don't know how many years.
2016 since
Yeah.
they made their last
That's what I
playoff.
said. It's one of those things where they're just gonna have to try to just, hopefully their youth.
Yeah, the energy.
Yeah, you try to beat them, try to have it out
Yeah.
the last. Don't let it get into that last
The
5 minutes.
New York Knicks
Yeah.
outplay them.
Yeah, don't let it get to a grinded out game and it come down to the 3 minutes because that's when the veteran kicks in, right? They've been there, they've done that, and try to bully through it and get the refs on their side. You're gonna have to try to beat them early.
You have, just like the Connecticut matchup, you have players on this Connecticut team that have been there, right? You got AT, DB, Dejanay, Marina Mabry, even Ty Harris at the point, Brianna Jones, like they have the experience. And you also have players that will get in your head.
Yeah.
Like that's what Alyssa Thomas does.
Yes.
That's what Dejanay does when she's defending Caitlin. Like Dejanay is gonna talk shit, she's gonna get up in you. So it's not, to me, it's not about if the Fever has the talent, but it's the experience and it's the defense for me.
I'll definitely say this. For the Fever, it's not about winning it all at all. It's about getting as far as you can for the confidence of next year and saying, look what we did. We went from 5 games to 13 games to 20-plus games in a matter of 3 years. So making it to the playoffs, just getting in there is one. It's like, yo, we're in the playoffs.
You said it perfect. It's like Dallas, right? There was no way Dallas started the playoffs thinking they were going to make it to the championship.
Facts.
And I think that's what gave them the best advantage because they didn't have no expectation. Just go out there and just do us.
Yep.
Right?
Play ball.
Go out there and do us, and that should be their approach.
Yep.
Right? No one expected us to be here. We're here. The pressure's really on them, not us. We don't supposed to be here.
Yeah,
so,
it's a good look.
You know what I mean?
In the playoffs, but I also know players on that team that are like, oh hell no, we don't want to just be here.
Yeah.
Because then when you
I was about to say that.
Because then when you factor in free agency, you got players on this Indiana Fever team
they getting paid anyway.
that are like, no, but players who will be free agents next year.
They getting paid. Right?
What you mean?
No, what I'm saying is the start of the season to now, we're in the playoffs. Y'all playing well. Their money's kind of already guaranteed, right?
For next year?
This season coming, I mean,
Just
in the summer.
potential contracts because they
They played so well.
this
They've helped.
season. Everybody on the roster gets a different kind of look.
Right? Because they
You saying it don't work like that?
No.
She said it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Anybody on the Aces going into free agency, everybody's looking at you. Yeah, oh no. People in the Fever, we're like, y'all.
That's not my point. There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
So
new
that's,
shit
it's
going
a lot.
on around there.
It's a lot. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be here.
This is where I want to be
Yeah,
this year.
Melissa,
What
for
you
one,
said, there's
she's
a lot
going
of
to
shit
play
going
more.
on. What kind of things do you feel?
I'm not in the locker room.
Okay,
I don't know. I ain't
okay,
even
but
on the
just
team.
I'm
I'm talking about more social media.
Okay.
It's a turn.
Right?
It's a turn, right? It's really a turn of the tides.
Well,
Right.
Gil, here's my point. The beginning of the year, right? Everybody saw it. The Fever played, I don't know, how many games?
6.
Shit, but tons, right? They played a lot of games the first half of the season.
Yeah.
And you can see the difference that rest made for this team, for individual players and for the team. But the beginning of the year, you have a player like an Aaliyah Boston, who was Rookie of the Year last year, #1 draft pick, a hell of a player. But because things weren't going the way everybody thought they should, then you got social media coming out calling her everything but a child of God. Made the kid delete her social media. And now that they're winning and she's playing better, oh my God, we love you, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
But my thing is this. So what happens when Aaliyah ain't playing well again?
It's back to
Like you
back
know
to
what I
it.
mean? And so as a player,
Back to it. Back to
but as
it.
a
You get-
player, do you want to like continue to stay in a situation where you keep yourself vulnerable to all of the hate that you know is going to come to you if you're not playing the way everybody thinks you should be playing?
But the grass ain't
And that's
greener.
even people who don't know basketball.
Grass ain't greener on the other side. You go to another team thinking it's going to be different. It's the same and every.
But if you're a player, and I'm just using Aaliyah as an example because Aaliyah is not a free agent. But if you're a player like an Aaliyah Boston, you know the worth you bring to any other franchise. Now, and you know how that works. Not every player who's a free agent should leave because the grass probably ain't gonna be greener for you.
Facts.
But a player like a Kelsey Mitchell could be very valuable to any
Anywhere.
team.
Yeah. Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Aaliyah Boston could be very valuable to any team when she becomes a free agent. I'm just saying.
But
And I don't know. Listen.
But the devil's advocate.
Time out.
The devil's advocate.
But time out because I need to say this because I know how this shit works. I haven't had a conversation with anybody. I don't know who leaving, who's staying. I'm just talking, right? Scenarios. That's all.
Devil's advocate on a situation. Who is complaining that they're not getting recognition again?
Who?
What team?
The Sky.
No. What team is?
The Lynx.
Okay, so how good is the Lynx?
Very good.
And no one's paying attention to them. No matter how good they're playing, no one's paying attention to them. So all those players on there is fighting for a light, right? Fever has this big, bright light, which means someone like Boston, you wasn't playing well, everyone don't like you, right? When you are playing well, Jesus, open up the red carpet, boom. So she's getting the red carpet treatment when she's playing well, and when she's not,
From
get
who?
the fuck
Who's
out
she
of
getting
here.
a red carpet treatment from?
Just
the
social media,
fans.
people, right? So what ends up happening is, as hateful as everybody was to her jersey, when they loved her jersey's moving like hotcakes. She's getting voted into the All-Star game. So it is a hate and love thing. So as the player, you have to understand that. Either you're gonna have this really high level hate and love, or you can be playing very great and no one notices you. But you can be playing very bad and no one notices you. So which one do you want to be in? Because you can average 20 and get 200,000. You can average 15, get 600,000, and they hate you or love you for it.
Yep.
So it's a pulling, it's a tugging. It's It's one of these, and you gotta like her now today. They love that girl. It's not the same as when the beginning of the season. Like when you see them on social media, you're like, okay, it's the Kobe and Shaq.
I don't even.
There's a Kobe and Shaq
I don't
right
even
now.
know if they love her now. My thing is this: when they're winning,
She's the best. Yeah.
No, she ain't the best player.
No,
when they're winning, it's like, oh, Aaliyah had a good game.
Yeah.
And as soon as they lose a game, it's right back to why is she here?
Why is she here?
So as a player, though, from a mental standpoint, I don't know if I want to subject myself to that every single game.
But that's the difference between this whole mental health movement and just being mentally strong and mentally resilient to take the fact that you're gonna play bad, you're gonna play good, they're gonna fucking love you, they're gonna fucking hate you. This is the part of being a professional. I show up regardless if you niggas love me or hate me. It
No
don't fucking
doubt.
matter. Because at the end of the day, I know now that when you play good, they love you. When you play bad, they hate you. You know what you gotta do? Play fucking good.
Well,
You gotta play fucking good. As much as you wanna not have that pressure on you, if you're worried about what people were saying out there, play fucking good.
We saw the same thing last night with the Eagles game. Saquon Barkley, 3 touchdowns in the first game in the win. Had that huge drop last night.
All that other shit don't matter.
Yeah, now
None of that shit matter.
We
What you
lost the
did.
game.
Look,
like,
you can go over 10, make the last layup, they forget everything.
Everything.
You can score 20 in a row and then miss the last layup. Oh, shit.
Get rid of them.
But I'd rather be on that stage. I'd rather be on that stage because when you're talking about the Minnesota, you playing well and nobody knows you.
29-9.
Right? So your efforts, you are, what I'm saying is you are not looked at. Right? There's girls you're better than.
But you're saying the team's not being looked at or talked
Some of the
about?
players.
The team and the players
Best
that are on
players,
there.
like
yeah.
you got to leave Boston. What is she considered in the W? And what ranking?
It's probably like top 5.
Well,
Is she-
centers,
but is she a top five?
You're talking about in
Period.
position?
Because we can tell you where her jersey sales are and her
No,
Her all-star
at
ranking is-
position, At her position, I would say she's top 10.
Top 10.
Okay, top 10.
At her position.
Okay.
Right? But
In the
when
league
but
itself.
when you're talking about Minnesota, oh no, people absolutely talk about Nafisa Collier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is her jersey selling more than Boston?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not Boston. Probably not. Probably not.
Wait,
But
Nafisa
she's right
Collier?
underneath because she's an MVP candidate.
who?
Nafisa-
I know,
Nafisa
but when
Collier.
it comes
Yeah.
to jersey sale, like
In Minnesota's selling.
it
in
wouldn't even.
Minnesota.
But what I'm saying is, it shouldn't even be on the same planet, though, right?
Right. Right.
And the fact
Wait,
that
who shouldn't? You're saying Aaliyah shouldn't be on the same planet as
as a-
Nafisa?
yeah,
Because of her credentials.
because her credentials. But
Rookie of the year, number 1 pick, playing well. It should be here.
I don't know if I agree with that.
No, I'm saying
You're saying Aaliyah
should be here.
shouldn't be on the
No.
same level as Nafisa?
Yeah, Nafisa should be here, right? MVP candidate.
And it's Minnesota.
But wait,
I know
are
what
you,
you're saying.
but
because of-
you're talking about as far as jersey sales?
Just
or-
period.
Just, yeah, everything.
Right, it's that big market. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If you're not in a big market, in a small market, your numbers you don't really feel the love.
Well, they're both in small markets.
I know, but
They
yeah.
turn Indiana
But
into a big
but
market.
one
It's
has
a big market now.
But I think with Aaliyah, though, it's also, I go back to college, right? South Carolina they're everywhere. So they're going to support Aaliyah. They're going to support anybody that went to South
She
Carolina.
already got the
though.
statue in South Carolina.
No, but I'm saying South Carolina is going to support their players, period.
So, Sheryl, you talked about, obviously, the Fever struggling early in the season, but let's talk about what's happened lately. Been one of the hottest teams in the W post-Olympic break. I believe 9-4 in that span. Caitlin Clark, huge reason for that success. So, set the WNBA single-season assist record. Kept adding to a record-breaking season on Sunday, dropping a career-high 35 points in a win over the Dallas Wings to set the WNBA single-season scoring record for a rookie, surpassing Simone Augustus' previous record. So we got to add context. Clark has 761 points in 39 games. Augustus set the previous record of 744 points in 2006 when the WNBA season was only 34 games. But for the season, Caitlin Clark's averaging 20 points, league-leading 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 1.3 steals. Now has the Fever back in the playoff for the first time since 2016. So are you surprised by Caitlin Clark and the Fever's improvement since the Olympic break?
Since the Olympic break?
Or do they need that rest to...
No doubt. I think, and so I've talked about this with some other people. I felt like the Olympic break helped the Indiana Fever more than any other team. And I felt like the Olympic break really hurt Chicago. because I thought before the break, Indiana was playing well, Chicago was playing well, and granted, there have been injuries and things like that. But since the Olympic break, this Indiana Fever team, to me, is a completely different team. And I don't know if people really understand how much rest plays a part of that. Because when you look at Caitlin, she went from playing in college, playing in the Final Four, going to the draft, going to training camp, season starts, and the Fever are playing, I don't know how many games they played just in a row. But what I've seen from this team, it's not just about one player, but their ability to really gel together, and their chemistry right now is they look like they've been playing together for years. And I do think what Caitlin's been able to do in a short period of time has been very impressive, right? And so, because I know people are like, oh my God, you said she wouldn't be good. But I didn't say she wouldn't be good. What I said was I didn't think Caitlin or Angel would come into the league and dominate immediately, which I don't think either of them did.
And
but
you weren't the only one who said that, too. I think a lot of people felt that when you talk to a lot of players in the W, it's look, it's hard for rookies to make that transition from college to the W.
Gino said it too.
but it is
said
hard.
it, and
But
it's unfortunate.
But you said it. But you're saying it. Dominate, right? When we're talking about Caitlin, we're talking about when she said dominate. When we're saying dominate, we're thinking what she does in college.
Score the ball.
She's dominated college, right?
No, she dominated in college.
She dominated. So when she says you won't come here and dominate off the rip. Averaging 17 is not dominated compared to averaging 30-something for 4 straight years.
But that was also the first half of the season. Mm-hmm. I feel like after the break, I still don't think she's dominating, but she's a different player than she was in the first half of the season. And I think because of her adjustment and her ability to play first half of the season, you have a break. And it was great that the Olympics was this year, right? That she came into the league. You had a break, had an opportunity to work on your game, do whatever it was she did, but also an opportunity to practice with your teammates. And I've never questioned if Caitlin was a good player.
Yeah.
I think she's a hell of a player. And my thing was, no, I didn't think she would come in and dominate. I thought it would take her some time to adjust to being a professional. And to me, I think that's exactly what she's done. And her teammates have, they too have taken their game to a whole nother level. I think that's what has made this Indiana Fever team a hell of a team post-Olympic break.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think leading the WNBA in assists is dominating.
You think so?
I do.
Why?
Because she's a rookie. She's never been in this atmosphere.
You know,
But also leading in turnovers, too.
I was going to mention. I was going to get into all of that.
But those turnovers are not really her turnovers.
And that's why I was going to get into
So I
it.
don't mean it.
So the domination, when you talk about her already leading the W in assists, and a lot of the assists that she could have gotten were now turnovers.
Yeah.
Because they're either,
Sure, you can say that about every player.
Of course, but this is obvious with her. She's throwing pitcher heads, wide open layups. They're smoking them. This could be 13 a game. This could be 14 a game. They're literally just dropping passes. And she's making a lot of mistakes as a point guard, as a rookie. She makes a lot of mistakes.
So when the problem with this statement, and it's easy to come at you when she's successful, right?
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
If we had a number, if we would have said, when we're talking about dominating with Caitlin Clark, what would those numbers have? What was the numbers?
It would have been a scoring number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
Because of high clip, shooting it.
Right,
So
right.
we'd have been like,
That's what she did in
Do you
college.
consider 20
That's
points
what I
per
was saying
game?
when you said
So
it.
you don't consider 20 points per game?
So if her stats, when we're saying she won't do this in the W, she averaged 31.6, 7.4 rebounds, 9 assists, right? Did anyone expect her to do that in WNBA?
Those three? No.
Right? So she didn't do that.
No.
Now, if we say her stats are today, what?
20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
But 5
That's crazy.
Five
Is
point,
that dominant?
5.6
Those are
turnovers
hell of a
too.
number.
Those are hell
For
of
a
a numbers.
rookie.
But to me, that's not
Period.
dominating.
Yeah, it's only not dominating because she's a rookie.
Now,
If
No.
yeah,
so
because if she's putting up numbers like Asia right now, would she be dominating?
yes.
So it's about the numbers. I don't look at the dominating factor being numbers. It's what you're doing on the floor. And those numbers would change if the factors on the floor changes. If you make that layup, the stats change. If you swing, I get a layup, stats change. These are factors on the floor that we don't get to see because we're glorifying the stat when we talk about dominating. And you look at the passing, like that's an obvious thing. And Alyssa Thomas is probably the only one that could be like, yo, I'm the passer.
Yeah, but
I'm the dominating
but you
passer.
can't say that when everybody else, they're quick to throw stats, right? It's like, oh, well, this is what she did. Like somebody's like, oh, Sheryl Swoopes only scored 34 points in the WNBA. Caitlin scored 35. So you can't use stats when it benefits you.
But
and
I only use the play of the game. Like you can say stats, and if you didn't watch the game, you're only going on what they're telling you this person scored. But if you watch the game, you're like, that person should have had 42. That person should have had 22 assists. But I watched the game. So most people only looking at the highlights.
I don't.
For the especially for Caitlin, like when you really watch Caitlin play, you're like, damn man, she could have had this, she could have had that, she could have been more aggressive. She's not reading the floor well. She's
Rashad, you
easy
can do that for
turnovers.
every single player that plays the game.
I know, but I'm doing it for the rookie because she came in with an expectation. Everybody else didn't come in with an expectation to even analyze their game. So if we want to say whether or not Caitlin is dominating or not, we have to actually look at the totality of her game and not just the highlights.
No, but what I'm saying is it's when we're talking about that, like no rookie is in dominating form. Right, when we're saying dominating, you go through history and they say, well, Candace Parker dominated her rookie year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cap,
You don't feel that.
she was great her rookie year. She was better than expected her rookie year. But if you take her rookie year compared to her dominating year, is it?
Can we say
dominating?
this?
But if you
Can we
win
say
the
this?
MVP, you can't. You wouldn't say that she dominated.
Yes.
So her best year was her rookie year.
I'm not saying it was her best year,
Was
but
her-
if I
it
come
was-
in as
it
a
was-
rookie and I'm the
was
most
it her
valuable,
best year?
but if I'm the most valuable player in the league, how can you say I didn't dominate the league that year?
Is it your best year?
No.
Your best year is your most dominating year, right?
But why can't I have 5 dominating years?
You could.
Shaq.
I mean, I think it's
Rookie year
different.
was dominating? No.
Dominant versus most dominant. I think it's two
But
different.
that's what I'm saying. Is because we're throwing a blanket on it, right? We're throwing a blanket
Let's
on
say
it.
this: dominant as a rookie.
Dude, we
She's
did-
more dominant than all
But
of the rookies.
But we didn't use it in rookie term.
Well, because she didn't
See,
come
that's
in
what
with
I
the
said.
statement
We didn't-
saying that
No,
she's
but
going to
it
be the
wasn't-
most dominant rookie.
No, my statement was, because everybody was talking, right? My statement was, I don't think, and let me clarify this. I made the statement about both Angel and Caitlin, not just Caitlin.
Right.
My statement was, I don't think either of them are going to come into the league and dominate immediately, meaning what they did in college.
Over all of the
Everybody.
players in the W.
And the reason why I said it is because you have a player like an Asia Wilson who has been in this league for a while and gets better every single year and maybe this was more so for the new fans who never watched the WNBA. So my point being, there is hella talent in this league. It's not going to be as easy as y'all think it's going to be.
Right.
But also saying, don't put all that pressure on these rookies, and just say Angel and Caitlin in particular, because that's who everybody was talking about. Like, don't put all that pressure on them to feel like they got to come in
Right.
and do what they did in college. Like, let them get to the league, let them adjust, let them understand what it means to be a pro.
Well, that's why I say she dominated from the aspect of her peers, which are the other rookies. I was
but-
the most dominant
But that's
rookie that came in, and I dominated.
But if that was explained like that,
But it
who was
wasn't,
going to be
but
the
it wasn't
most
about
dominant
the
rookie?
Exactly.
Then that would
but
have
it
been
wasn't
easy.
about the rookies. It was
Yeah.
about all the talent in the league.
So because she surpassed that. Now that she's surpassed
But as-
dominating all the rookies,
we didn't-
she's
but-
chasing Asia now.
But as
No, but what
as
I'm
the
saying
number
is-
one overall pick, is that expected
Yeah.
when you come into the W?
Like when the word dominating came out, it was basically for me. Is she going to be doing what she does in college as a
college.
rookie? No. Is she going to be doing that at some point? Probably. right? Because eventually the skill set turns
yeah,
over.
absolutely.
So if this is her rookie year, she only gets better.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So
Without question.
at some point she's averaging 20, whatever. Is there going to be a point in time where she averages 28 and 9? Yeah.
Here's a good question.
No, it
Should be, yes. And that's when you say dominating.
Here's a good question then. What guard, other than Caitlin, is dominating the league right now?
Dominating?
Guard.
I don't know
But
if
you
there
have
is
to
a guard.
compare. You got to compare to what they do, Alyssa.
I'm just saying guard.
Well,
Alyssa-
not really a guard.
Alyssa's a 4.
So here's what I would tell you.
Okay, so guard?
saying,
I'm saying between
Listen,
the
you're
point
saying right now?
Right now, what?
I would also say this. Kelsey Mitchell is
Right there.
Pretty good.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So you got Enrique,
Enrique.
you got
Wale,
Kelsey, you got Kennedy.
Enrique, probably Enrique.
Enrique, for
but
sure.
we have to dominating has to be what your attributes are.
Right.
Right. So
I'm dominating at what I'm good at.
what are you
My
good at?
thing is this,
And
to
Caitlin's
me,
not dominating.
scorer like
what
them.
she's good
the
at.
player
yet.
that's dominating is Asia Wilson.
No, I'm
talking
saying
guards.
guards.
I know,
Yeah.
but so I'm saying
Yes.
I don't know if there is a guard that's dominating.
But you
So,
say
or
Kelsey
Enrique-
Mitchell.
no.
Kelsey shooting 47% from the field, 40% from 3.
She's dominating.
Enrique, we'll say
Kelsey
Enrique.
Mitchell is
Average
Enrique
yes,
game.
he's having a hell
Her
of a
field goal
game right now.
percentage is
No, but we'll say for her skill, Enrique, right? She's like she's supposed to average 20. Like she's dominating. We know what we've seen from Caitlin, and we know the assist is there yet. She hasn't the second half of the season, the 28, the 35s. She's starting to
Yes.
feel it.
Yes.
Next year and her third year, we should expect brilliant basketball because the game she didn't figure it out. This year's still a learning.
But it also, I agree with that, but it also depends on the players that are around her, how great she can be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like the second half of the season, like those 19 assists, which are crazy
Mm-hmm.
numbers, and you're saying, yeah, it could have been more, agree. But if you don't have players around you that can score the basketball, you're not going to get 19 assists.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey Mitchell has been incredible since Olympic break. Lexi Hull, once Christy decided to pull Lexi from the end of the bench and put her in the game, has changed the team, right? Aaliyah Boston. So yes, I think to your point, her next year, she'll get better. Her third year, she's gonna be even better than this year, which is expected. My question to you is this. So if you're the number 1 draft pick, right? Aaliyah Boston, number 1 draft pick last year, went to Indiana. There are expectations for her to be great, right? She's the number 1 draft pick for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody wants to compare Caitlin to Angel, which to me I hate because they're 2 totally different players. Angel Reese was drafted number 7 to Chicago. Not a lot of expectations. People were like,
Slipped in the draft.
she slipped in the draft. She couldn't score in college, all of that. There was no way I thought Angel was going to come into the league and be dominant, which she wasn't. But Angel's game, her offensive game, everybody knows this, has never been, it wasn't even that great in college, right? So yes, she has to work on that. There are things Caitlin has to work on. My question to you is, not necessarily where do you rank Angel, but Angel's averaging a double-double, rebounds. To me, one of the best rebounders I've ever seen in the game. And people want to talk about her own misses, which I don't agree with that. But if they are, box her ass out and rebound.
Yeah, true.
said that.
Right?
It doesn't matter.
So if you don't want her to get it, box her out. So she's averaging a double-double. And as the number 7 pick, I don't really think people expected that. No. So do you consider her dominating?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because you look at the dynamic of how you can change the game when you come into the game and how no one has an answer for the things you're doing to change the game. Angel proves that she can come in the game and change the dynamic and shift the game due to her rebounding, her knack for understanding where to be and how to fucking do it. And she did it at a rate where she could average 15, 16 boards a game easy. Okay. Right? So I look at
13.1 rebounds.
So I'm looking at Caitlin, right? And we say the reason I forged the question of dominance between guards is because she's giving you 20 and 9. Mm-hmm. Right? There's no other guard giving you those aspects. So when we talk Joker, remember how we talk Joker? We have to take away his assists for it to be a conversation amongst other bigs because he has a dynamic that separates him.
Okay.
And it offers points, it offers camaraderie, it offers team confidence because I'm passing. Caitlin Clark dominated her rookie year because she brung points and she brung assists and she brought wins.
See, why do you keep using rookie year?
Because she's never been here before. She has no experience.
I know, but what I'm saying, so do you think this is the best she can be?
No, I'm just saying this year, she dominated amongst the people that didn't think that she could. She gave you points and she gave you an assist. So you tell me the other guards, Enrique, Kelsey, all these other guards that you can name up and line up beside her.
I can't compare
and say,
it's like me comparing Allen Iverson with Mark Jackson. If all the guards are like Mark Jackson and then Allen Iverson come in, I can't compare. They're two different breeds. But
Mark Jackson is not giving you 20 and 10.
Because he can't physically do it.
Right, but
this is a different, but this is a different breed.
So you can't say Mark Jackson versus Allen Iverson.
This is a different breed this is a new breed that's coming in, right? This is just the beginning. So if I say she's dominant, I know what you're capable of.
But you're comparing
I'm not even going to pretend that this. I know you are a 30 and 10, 12 person. So I'm not even going to say you're dominant. No, I know what you're capable of. Like
if
when
you
Kobe had Shaq, we all knew when Shaq left. What did we say? Oh, this motherfucker's about to dominate.
No.
Yes, we did.
Kobe Bryant was the most dominant.
Katie left,
he was the most dominant two guard during the three-peat.
The dominant two guard
during the three-peat.
And then what didn't we see what dominance really looked like when Shaq left? Yes, this is dominant. That other shit was, oh, you were really good. This is dominating. 81, 60, and 3. This was a dominant.
They had two
when Katie left, who wrote it? Someone wrote, oh shit. Russell might average a triple-double. There was a player who said that. I don't know what player. There was a player, when KD left, someone said, oh, Russell might fuck around and average a triple-double this year. No one believed it. But someone seen like, we know what his potential is. Caitlin's potential is 30, guaranteed.
No doubt.
When that happens, that is her dominant year.
No.
Reese?
No, bro.
Austin Rivers.
No, you can't equate dominance just to points, bro.
I have a question.
But because the 30 and 12, that's going to be 30, 12, and she's going to have eight rebounds.
Yeah.
That's what her potential is.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but what she's doing right now is still dominant. She's still doing 19 assists is not dominating?
Yes.
But she's not averaging 19 assists.
She's averaging 10,
20 points and 8.4
What I'm saying is Angel Reese.
She ain't averaging
20 points and 8.4 assists. 19.5 points and 8.4 assists.
9 assists.
Remember,
Angel Reese dominating this year?
Right.
Angel Reese dominating this year? No. No, this is not a dominant.
No, she's not.
This is a baby. She's a baby right now.
But just for all you have to see, we're not talking about where she's going to go in the future.
It doesn't even make sense. How can it not be dominant? If she has no expectation.
What record does she have?
And then she comes in and she leads the league.
Double-doubles record and then the rebounding record.
Say it again?
Consecutive double-doubles and the rebounding record.
Next year, she's going to break that.
But that's already a dominant record right now.
No.
She dominated the rebounding.
But the problem is she dominated it, but we know that's the bottom line of it.
Yes, but we can't say it's not a dominant.
She's going to push it again.
Yeah,
both of them dominate.
All we can do is sit here right now, September 17th, and say what it is right now. We can't say
she dominated. She dominated.
Now we can go back.
Both dominated.
They both have really good rookie.
If we take away
both led in the categories they're good at.
No.
Doesn't make them dominant.
They dominated the year. They ended at the top.
If we take away the expectations, and say, we didn't expect anything from them because we never seen them play. Okay, they dominated. Right? They dominated. They dominated as rookies.
But that was the expectation she set up. Listen.
No, her expectation was 30.
No. Her expectation came in saying, you guys are not going to come in here and dominate like you think. That's her saying, listen, whatever your expectation is,
It would've been better for
it's going to be more difficult.
I said dominate immediately.
Immediately, yeah. So regardless,
you know what?
the
And they didn't
expectation,
dominate
and they
immediately.
didn't. But the
That's what
expectation
I
was
said.
set. It was set that, hey, look, we're not expecting y'all to come in here and dominate. We're not expecting you to come in here and dominate.
But the thing is, I think a lot of people treated that as you trying to bash Angel and Kaylin instead of just pointing out that the W
It's gonna be
has
tough.
great players.
Yes, it's
like,
tough.
You know what I mean? I think that's
It should have been the bottom.
That's just crazy.
It should have been the bottom. It should have been the bottom line of what the expectation was.
Okay, but I have a question. I have a question for Rashad. So, given, like, you're like, yeah, they both dominate. How do you look at it if you're giving up or you're giving out 8 assists per game? Yeah, she's had several double-digit assists. But you got turnovers, right?
Yep.
You're leading in turnovers.
Yep.
I get it. She's a rookie. It happens. She'll get better. But do you factor in what she's given up on the defensive end?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And you still say she dominated?
No. That's the thing that fights against her. The thing that overweighs that is the winning.
Okay.
So the dominating factor of me being a point guard, I have to now I have to score and I have to distribute. And during those distributions, I'm turning it over. Great. But guess what we're doing? We're winning. We're winning.
Okay. Okay. So since we know LeBron's career, rookie 25-5, was that considered dominating?
You wouldn't say that was a dominant rookie season for LeBron.
See, again, you said it now. Rookie season. You're adding rookie season.
Because
Yes.
they have
As
no
a rookie season, yes.
Yeah,
But if we were
that's
having this
the
conversation in 2004, that's all we would base.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
all
saying.
we would
Now-
talk about.
Now we have a full
But
21
the
season
statement, but see,
sample size.
you're capitalizing on rookie season.
I didn't say it was the most dominant.
We did say it was the most dominant.
No,
We did
what
not.
I'm saying is
Well,
the
but I
statement
didn't
was
say
dominating.
the league.
They were the
Like,
league,
I didn't say,
not
I didn't
rookie.
say she's not going to dominate
As a rookie.
Right?
Well, y'all
But
leaving
there's
out the
not-
context that she is a rookie, so you only can say as a rookie. She's a rookie, so if she comes in and dominates, now you have to say, as a rookie, she dominated.
But you said, yeah, she dominated all rookies.
Yeah, you
but I
keep
never,
using
but I
rookies.
never, but I never said
Yes.
she's not going to come in and dominate immediately over all the rookies.
But the key word to me in all of this is dominate, regardless of rookie
But
or
so-
whatever.
well, so-
they
So it was
dominate.
25-5
But she didn't.
by LeBron dominating
Yes,
in the NBA.
because Melo had the same thing.
But was he considered dominating?
Both
in
of
the
them
NBA?
dominated
So
amongst
if we
the
go
rookies.
through the stats and we look at everybody's stats, we're gonna point those out as dominating stats.
Amongst the
No,
rookies.
you're gonna use rookie because you got to add
You
rookies
have
to
to.
make it make sense. But that wasn't the statement. The statement wasn't among rookies. Because if we said rookies, she would have probably said yes. We would all said yes.
easily.
But what
She's
was
the number one pick.
They would've said
what was
you.
the discourse about LeBron coming from high school to the NBA? He wasn't going to
Was he gonna dominate? But
He's
no
not
one
he's
called
not
it-
going to come
but
in
no
right
one
away
called-
and beat
No
the
one
guy.
called it dominating.
No one that was top tier 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in is not gonna call it dominating. But the motherfuckers who are watching, who's never seen LeBron play in the NBA, they're gonna say, that boy came in and he's doing everything they said he was gonna do.
Didn't make an All-Star game, didn't make an All-NBA team. You talk about Kaylin and Angel, both made the All-Star.
Kaylin gonna be first team
But the real
WNBA.
basketball player said, yeah, we're in trouble. We know when he finds his rhythm, he's going to take over this
Because he's
motherfucker.
dominating now.
He's good
Because he's
now.
dominating now.
He's good now. He's not
He dominated the rookies, though.
Michael
Remember,
Jordan's rookie year, he averaged 28. Dominating.
come on, how's that different, bro? You just up the numbers.
22
You just
versus
up the
18
numbers
though.
to say that the numbers are high. 28 dominating. So 13 rebounds is not dominating. 13 rebounds a game for Angel Reese is not dominating.
When Jordan came in the game, right, he was second or third in scoring in the league, third or second in scoring, right? So you can say, oh, he's
Caitlin's
dominating.
number one in assists
So-
in the league.
But she's a scorer.
So what? What does that matter?
So-
She's still the leader in assists.
So when what is her first ability?
Passing. Which is what she's leading in. Passing.
Okay.
Passing.
Now we're lying.
Passing.
You're lying. Her first.
Passing.
Her first.
She passes first, Gilbert. She shoots because
No,
she can
does not.
pass.
She does not pass first.
She's a traditional point
listen,
guard first.
She does not pass first.
Let's just make it sense.
Rashad, no.
When Jordan
No.
came in, averaged 28. His third year, he averaged 35, right? Then 37. Those became dominant. Caitlin Clark is averaging 20. We all, stop lying to yourself. We all said, this is probably the worst her offense is going to be, right?
No.
She's going to be worse than this?
We just not talking
No, hold on.
about the
You're
shooting.
saying- no,
I'm
no.
not talking about the scoring.
Her
or the shooting.
assist is going to be her assist. Do you think she's going to be a better scorer next year and the year after?
Yes.
Do you? Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ. So this is the bottom end of her scoring. Same thing with Angel Reese. We know most likely Angel Reese, this is the bottom end of her scoring. She's going to get better scoring and she's going to get better rebound. There might be a year where she averages 15 and 15.
Yeah.
Dominating. There might be a year where she might fuck around and surprise us all and average 20 points.
Is it okay?
We don't put 20 points on her, but she might average 20 points one year,
me ask you this.
and it might be 20 and 17.
Is it okay?
Dominating.
Is it okay for us to have different definitions of dominating?
No.
We gotta have your
No, we
definition.
cannot have-
We gotta have your definition.
We cannot
right?
have different definitions.
So we gotta go with yours.
We cannot have different
So do
different
we have to
definitions.
go with your definition?
No. Whatever the word.
That's what it sounds
No,
like,
no, no,
Gilbert.
no,
It sounds like you're
Whatever the
making the
Whatever
rules.
the
Domination.
definition of dominance is, that's the definition.
So
we can't change it.
So if I'm at the top of my category,
your category
if I'm at the top
of your category.
of my category, what is the deciding factor whether I'm dominating or not?
Because is that your skill?
Bro, what the fuck does that have to do with me being at the top, dominating at this category?
That's not your
regardless
peak,
if my skill is fucking guitaring and I'm over here fucking drumming. If I'm killing in the fucking drums, this ain't my skill. Shit, I'm dominating in this now.
So, question for you.
I'm a good drummer and a good
Question for you.
guitarist.
Question for you.
I dominate this
Okay.
shit. I'm good at both.
Okay. Question for you. As a number one draft pick,
Like you make it sound like someone's hating because you don't want to listen.
I'm not. I'm
You
just giving-
keep saying, we know she averages 9 assists.
I'm just saying she's
right?
dominating. I'm not
That's
saying
her
nobody's
passing,
hating. I'm just saying
right?
she dominated.
We're both saying the same thing.
You
This
just saying
is the
down the line.
this is the bottom end of her scoring.
Right.
We know this we know she's
She's
gonna
going to
turn
the
it
moon.
up. When she turns it up, that's when I'm like, this mother.
That's when you saying that.
That's when she's
I'm saying it right now. That's the difference.
That means you
between
don't have
us.
no expectation then.
That's why she's dominating, my nigga.
Because you don't have no expectation?
She's dominating because
But before the start of the season, if I said Sheryl, Angel Reese is going to break the rebounding record and Caitlin Clark's going to break the assist record, that would be a far stretch and a reach of what was going to happen.
No,
And there's not,
because you can't say that because you didn't do that.
but I'm just saying, if I would have came in and said that, hey,
if that was the narrative
Angel Reese is going to have the
coming
most
in.
rebounds in a single season in WNBA history, and I said that back in
If you would have said
April,
that back in and said
both of them would have dominated.
she would have led in rebounding, we could have put the thought to
he didn't say
say.
dominate.
if I said she's going to set the
If you would
rebounding
have said it
record,
like that,
if she
I
said-
probably would have been like, okay, well, let me think what that record is.
but I wouldn't have said it because I wouldn't have thought that it would happen.
No, but what I'm saying,
I'm just being real.
But no, because nobody put it out there like that. No one asked the
So we
question.
didn't have an expectation.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think Reese would break the rebounding record as a rookie, right? And then we would have said, okay, what is the rebounding record? Then we would have said, oh, she has to average this.
I would have said hell no.
We
That's just
don't
me.
know.
I would have said
And then
there's
if
no
we
way
would have
she
said
could do that.
Caitlin Clark leading the league in scoring, I mean in assists, we'd have to go back and say, I don't know.
With 18
we
in the
not.
league, I
We
would
wouldn't
have
have
said
had
no.
a we wouldn't have had a definite.
We have a tweet. Carrington said, "Hey, listen up, ladies.
Who?
But how,
Carrington.
But time out. No,
Listen
no.
up, ladies.
Make sure you get the tweet right.
She might lead the league."
That ain't what she said. That ain't what she said.
What did she say?
That ain't what
Caitlin
she said.
Clark just might lead the league.
That ain't what she said.
So
What's
that
that?
wasn't
Time out.
What's
that
that
wasn't
say?
an ex. So that means she's seen this
No,
coming then.
but
A
listen,
passing.
But that's not what she said.
What'd she say?
So first of all, you have to understand, Dejanay and Alyssa Thomas are teammates. So Alyssa Thomas led the league in assists last year. Dejanay in a jokingly manner, said, only to AT, to Alyssa Thomas.
I have it.
She didn't say that to the league. You said, she said, listen up, ladies.
No, I'm
You know,
saying
you
that
got to be
and I'm
correct on
saying
here.
that-
She tweeted, Caitlyn
out.
might lead the league in
Sheryl,
assists
I'm
this
saying
year.
that and
Time out.
it's Twitter space, and
But
the
listen,
ladies are
because-
Twitter.
Because
I'm
I
saying
need
that the
to
ladies
respond to this.
I'm saying that the ladies
Yes,
are
she tweeted to AT, Caitlyn might break your assist record this year.
But she didn't.
AT responded and said,
Don't play with
Nay,
me,
don't
Nay.
play with me. So let's keep going. So then I put laughing faces to what AT said. Because I was laughing at Alyssa Thomas being like, Nay,
my
don't
shit.
play with me.
This is my shit.
Yeah, she's like, Nay, don't play with me.
This is
right?
what I do. That's
But what's wrong with that, though?
No.
this is
There's
my
this
thing
is
is,
Deanna
what's-
saying
but
that
what's wrong with that?
This is what Deanna's saying, that Caitlyn might just lead the
But
league
the
in
f-
assists. She's
so-
saying, listen, this girl is really like that, and she
in the
might
pres-
do this.
Okay, good. Yes. So that means the expectation of her passing very well, somebody's seen it. Right?
Three people seen it.
But there's nobody was expecting her to average 30, right? Because no one put numbers on it.
Well, if somebody would have tweeted that and be like,
Yeah.
well, you're wrong. Like, obviously, she didn't average 30, she averaged 19.5.
Yeah.
And then but nobody on the
but
other
I
side
think-
is going to be
but I
like,
think- but
yeah,
I-
like
but
that's a
what I'm
bad
saying.
thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna say the average of 19.
But
is
and
a
that's
bad
why,
thing.
because no one put any numbers on it, everyone kind of, like now everyone's definition is skewed. I think year 3, she's going to be at 27 and 10, 27 and 10. And I'm going to be like, oh, she's dominating now. Right? We know what fucking dominating means. Right now, very good. Right? She's very good. She is on, we call it GOAT status. She's moving in that direction of one day being in that category. Yes, we can see the trajectory now. Angel, next year, 13 and 15, 13. That's fucking
Can I ask
possible.
you a question then?
She's gonna break her own record. You know why? Because she has a record now, and she's missed the last 6, 7 games. So she's gave herself some wiggle room to keep breaking her record every year.
Is
And
Caitlyn
but
Clark?
just- but
Is
not just
Caitlyn Clark the
rebounding.
best
I'm
rookie?
sorry, but not just the rebound.
Not even close.
She's not. Caitlyn Clark's not the best rookie.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's the best rookie, right?
This year, yes.
Yes, she's the best rookie.
Not even close, but it's not even close. It was never close.
I have a question for you.
close.
Question for you, Sheryl.
I think it was close in the beginning.
If we wanted to be.
No, to me it was.
So
in the
3
beginning.
WNBA MVPs in your career. Would you consider each of those 3 seasons as dominant seasons for yourself?
No,
Okay. See, well, we need perspective in life.
no.
So you were the best player in the W, but you don't think
But I don't think I dominated.
Who
I
dominated?
thought, I don't know.
And the time that you was
No,
playing,
but I'm
you
just saying
think
I
was a
don't know.
dominant player.
I don't know if I dominated. I played very well. And I played very well on both sides of the ball. But I scored, I rebounded, I defended. But to me, you can win MVP and not be dominant.
Okay. See,
So
that's-
being number 1 in your category doesn't mean that you're dominating the category. If you're number one in points for the league,
You know that-
if you're number 1 in points, are you dominating the league because you're averaging 30, or are you just putting
what
up?
year did Kobe dominate? When you was like, this is the most dominant motherfucker in the league, and he's dominant. What year?
Probably 06,
What was his stats? 06.
35 a game.
Okay, dominated. Asia Wilson this year. What do we say?
Because here's my thing
But
to
the
me.
35 wasn't the reason why he dominated.
what I'm saying,
it
this
was
year-
the consecutive points back
Just
to back to 40, the whole
yes.
month of.
And
Yeah,
we know these,
wasn't
Dude,
but we
like-
know Caitlin's not there yet. We know what's coming, right? So that's why I don't want to put dominating on her right now, because I know what dominating is gonna look like when she gets into her shit.
Because
right
tier
now
level,
she's
it's
playing
tier
very-
levels to dominance,
Yeah.
though. That's what I'm trying to explain to
Oh,
you.
okay.
That her tier level
Yeah.
is here
Okay,
at the
so how many-
base
how many-
level.
okay.
She's base level
Level.
dominance. She's gonna emerge as she goes. So now she's on ground floor level, where I came in with all my peers. Oh, all y'all rookies in here, y'all ain't on my level. Hey, Angel, you can step up. You're probably the closest one.
Okay,
Me and you gonna go to the next level.
I understand.
We get to take the elevator
But
up.
I don't know. I don't know if, like, yes, I think they both maybe exceeded expectations.
Yes.
But I don't think they dominated, right?
I see what you're saying.
don't think.
I know what
Sorry,
you're
because but you're also saying that Angel's probably the closest thing to Caitlyn. However you want to look at that.
Just as far as
Rookie of the year voting.
Rookie of the year voting, just like she's second, regardless of what anybody can say.
She should.
If Caitlyn's
she should
number
be.
one. She should be number two.
But I will throw in Rakia Jackson. The
That's
reason why I throw her in
100%.
is
100%.
because
For sure.
She's been balling.
If Kurt Miller plays Rakia Jackson in the beginning of the season, like he's
Man.
playing her now, Rakia Jackson to me is in that conversation.
No, she's an
She should
anomaly.
be.
She's an anomaly.
Yeah.
She's got that.
Without question.
Got it. She's got it.
Okay, from how you're saying it, yes, in the sense of some people's talents, right? If this was another player, that ceiling wasn't high, they would be considered dominant.
Because they ain't got
Right,
they
so
ain't no ceiling.
I shouldn't be penalizing her because I think she has, because Asia has, there's these, you know what I mean? With her talent, there's 10 levels of dominance.
Facts.
And we're seeing one.
Yes.
Next year, she might even tap into another set because that's her trajectory.
Facts.
Caitlin Clark's dominance has more floors than Angel Reese, right? We can say that. We don't can we say right now that Angel Reese will ever be on the Asia Wilson type of dominance? We can say no because we know her scoring is not a natural thing
Right,
like that.
right.
So we don't ever see her averaging 27 points a game.
Bullshit.
You think she's gonna average 27
I
points?
think she could. First, she's a rookie. When Asia first came into the league, Asia wasn't scoring like that.
No, was hers in college was she's a scorer.
Asia was a scorer.
But
Yeah.
so
yeah, I
but
know.
do-
I get what he's saying,
we
but will she average 27 a game? I don't know. I do see her averaging in the 20s.
Getting better. Yeah, you see her getting
Yeah,
better.
like she needs to get in the gym. And to me, the thing with Angel though is she recognizes that.
She's
Like
a
she
set.
understands.
You know
that.
what I like about her? What I do like about her skills, she understands what she does and what she
And what
doesn't
she does
do. She's
well.
not going out there saying, I'm gonna try to average 20 points a game. She knows I'm trying to get my rebounds, outlet, do my job, block, protect, hustle. She does what she does very well, and she doesn't try to conform to say, you are the scorer, I'm gonna pick for you, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean everything up.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully one day they don't try to ruin her trajectory by putting her in to a category that she's not. Right? Next year, she's gonna average a double-double. The following year, she's already set the tone for what she's gonna be.
No, for sure.
Her averaging a double-double to me
Is-
is going to happen every season.
Yeah.
It's
One,
easy.
because
It's
she
easy,
just,
yeah.
Too
she works that hard,
Yeah.
right? And once her offensive game catches up to the hard work and just her resiliency she just plays hard. Like once she gets in the gym and she's working on that, she gets some post moves. Like I definitely think she can average 20 points a game.
I think that
I don't know if that'll happen next year, but in the next couple of years,
About three. It's usually
I think so.
like talents like this is it's like Luka, right? Luka's first year, great. Second year, we didn't see this, right? This is a whole different beast of a guy, right? There's people that we like, okay, they're gonna be dominant. Like their first year, they're good. Their second year, they're already like pushing the envelope. But Luka's not in his prime where this is easy work for him.
yeah, for sure.
Right? This is and
he's dominating.
he's dominating, but it's easy.
Yes, so he can go a whole.
Right? He can go a whole
Still
like-
level
I think
up.
sometimes when we say dominance,
What's
we're
Caitlin
looking.
averaging this year?
So Caitlin's averaging 19.5 points, 8.4 assists, I believe, 5.7 rebounds.
19.5.
Asia Wilson, her rookie year, averaged 21 points, 8 rebounds.
And people would have been like, "That's dominant."
Dominant.
But we see
Finished seventh in MVP
I'm saying,
voting.
but we see what dominance has been. I'm allowing the growth.
Yeah, but we're
And I'm
not
like-
saying most dominant.
But
we're
I
just
like
saying-
level one-
I'm saying dominant as a rookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying
dominant as a rookie.
Dominant
Fuck
as
yeah.
a rookie.
But that's-
As a rookie, you're dominant.
But can we say is this even the best dominant?
No,
rookie?
but I don't think.
And that's what is this the most dominant rookie season? No, at this point it has to be Candace Parker.
But we do that too much where you got someone coming in being dominant, and then we have to compare him to the last person who was dominant. And then compare that dominance and say, well, Candace was a little bit more just because, well, they're both still dominant, right?
yeah.
At the end of the day, they're both
Yeah.
still dominant.
It's
But
like if-
she was just more
Like
dominant.
what's so funny is Candace's stats, her rookie season where she won an MVP was better than the year she won the MVP
That's
again.
crazy.
But that's like, if I go to the
That was
Olympics,
18.5. What?
That's crazy.
That's 19 a game? She was at 19
if I go to the
a game?
Olympics,
That's
I win the 100 meters. I don't set the world record. I was still the most dominant
Yeah.
amongst that field.
No, like-
Maybe
like-
not all time historically, but I'm still getting
and
that
that's
gold
that's the thing. It's the all-time historically, the Shaq. Like you think Shaq dominance? He's like, hey, nobody stopped Shaq for 6 years.
Yeah.
But then you don't look at that 7, 8, 9 years. Like, well, why did Shaq stop being dominant?
Yeah, and that's
What
why,
happened?
Sheryl, even with your 3 MVPs, one of those years was the most dominant of those 3. But even here,
Right.
you say, I don't feel like, but you were literally the best player in this. You know,
Right.
it's-
Because I think you can be the best player and not be the most dominant.
yeah. Which is
As crazy as it may
No,
sound,
and-
I
and
do.
I think
well, that's like the GOAT debate with
I
Shaq.
disagree. I gotta
Sometimes
disagree.
people confuse the like James Harden, right? The year he averaged 36, he was dominant.
Yes.
Win an MVP or not win an MVP, how he played the game, how he was running off damn near 40 straight games or 20 plus, he was dominant. The game was too easy for
Yeah.
him, right?
I know.
Luka, too easy. Embiid, it doesn't have nothing to do with winning or losing. They're dominant. Them individuals is dominant. Caitlin them is not there yet.
But remember
But
the
you're saying
conversation.
you disagree. And the reason why I say that is because I don't have it in front of me, but like I wasn't the leading scorer. So according to you, if you're the leading scorer, that means you're the most dominant
According
player.
to him. According to him.
No, you said that.
No, I know. I said no. I
No,
said
no.
whatever your number one is. Like if
You're saying whatever your skill
It's-
set.
yeah, whatever your
because
skill
you
set is.
said-
I know. I said whatever your
You
skill set.
said Angel's the leading rebounder, so she dominated.
Dominated
Statistically.
rebounding, right?
Statistically, she's rebounding, not
Right,
the point.
so what?
Just-
Same difference.
No, because
so I wasn't
we-
the, okay. So
we
I
only
wasn't the
use
leading
point.
rebounder. I'm saying I wasn't the leading rebounder the year I won MVP.
Right.
Which means someone else is the leading rebounder.
Which means if you watch the game, which I said originally, if I'm watching the game, I can tell you who's dominant without stats. I can watch Sheryl Swoopes play for 40 minutes and say, she's the most dominant player on the court. She can get a shot whenever she wants. She can get somebody open whenever she wants. She can get a rebound. She do whatever she want on the floor, no problem. Conversation we had about Joker, when we asked about, is Joker just as dominant as Shaq, right? And our conversation went to the left because we had to take out his assists. Because Shaq didn't have that. We're comparing him to Shaq. So the dominance of Joker is always going to be belittled because he does other things that aren't exciting. Like passing the ball. And
Because
he's not dunking on niggas. He's not, ooh, boom. Like, we'll look at Joker and be like, was he the most dominant guy in the playoffs? And we'd be like, well, if you really look at it,
I guess if you don't
statistically-
look at I think dominance sometimes when it comes to when we look at it from the hoop side of it, if we got to look at the stat sheet to see what you didn't dominate.
Didn't dominate.
Right? So you didn't dominate.
That's my whole point.
So
like,
I guess sometimes when we look at like Angel, when she's playing, we're like, okay, she's dominant. We don't have to go to the stats to say she had 35 and
Facts.
we don't really have to do that. So there's nights
Still.
where
But to me, that changes every night. Like,
Yeah, it changes.
like
It does.
depending on who's on the
Depends
floor, it's a different player that's dominating that
Yeah,
particular game.
yes,
My thing was for the whole season.
consistently.
For the whole season.
You needed them
so
to be
the beginning of the
Yeah.
season. So the beginning of the
So,
season, yeah, they
but
struggled.
not only that, it was immediately. So to me, when I said immediately, it was from day one. And again, that was just my opinion.
Facts.
And I don't just look at highlights, I watch the games. So no, I didn't think that Caitlin dominated immediately.
No.
I didn't think Angel dominated immediately.
I agree.
I think since the Olympic break, I think Caitlin Clark has been a hell of a player every single game. I think Angel Reese, to me, Angel may have exceeded expectations even more so than Caitlin.
Yep.
And the reason why I say that is when you're drafted number one, you're drafted number one for a reason. And when you look at her career in college, Caitlin was a great collegiate player. When you look at Angel drafted number 7, the expectations people had on her to me, weren't the same as the player that's drafted number 1.
She was expected to go 2, 3, 4, like 4 at the like.
Yeah,
all right,
that's what
and
I'm
she dropped
but
to
she's
number
still at
7.
4.
But the fact that she dropped to 7.
It drops the expectation.
It does.
Rotation.
And also, I know because people are like, yeah, but Caitlin has Indiana back in the playoffs since 2016, which is huge. Yes, she does. Caitlin's a big part of that. Every single other player on there is a part of that too. And so when I look at Chicago, they have a completely different team.
Yeah.
They have a brand new coach who's never coached in the WNBA. They lost Kalia Copper. I can't even think of that roster. But Ka was a big part of what Chicago did last year. They have a brand new team. And yet, they're not in the playoffs, but they're fighting for that ace spot. So to me, I think Angel's a big part of that. I think Kennedy Carter's a big part of that. I think Camila Cardoso's a big part of that.
So do you, with those 3 moving forward, do you think once those girls understand, because for the most, they're twin towers of rookies. 3 years from now, that can be a scary.
It could be a problem.
That can be a problem. Okay,
if they get a point guard. Yeah.
Do you know what isn't a problem? Underdog fantasy. So if you missed out on all the week 2 specials from Underdog, don't worry. We have you covered for week 3. There's new specials dropping every day. So today we have the return of the CD Lamb free pick. Thursday we have a 30% profit boost token for you ahead of the Patriots-Jets game. College football heads, there are discounts for you as well on Saturday. So head over to the Underdog app, use promo code GIL to get $1,000 in bonus cash and all these special promos. And as always, shout out to Underdog Fantasy for keeping the lights on here at Gil's Arena. Another spirited debate, discussion. I feel like we all improved as human beings after that conversation in our basketball expertise.
Just understanding,
You know, of dominance. But,
dominance.
well, speaking of dominance, Jayson Tatum was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon recently to promote his new children's book and was asked to make...
Come again? Say it again?
His new children's book?
He got a children's book
Didn't
for
know
the
that.
kids. Tatum is for the kids.
You stupid.
If I ever
Yeah, you got to write a children's book.
If I ever come out with a children's book and you buy it, you just dumb.
We're gonna write one. We're gonna write one.
Whooping your kids' ass.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna call
This
it.
is my children.
Whooping your kids'
Beat
ass.
their ass.
We're gonna write
Teach
the
them how to be
book.
soldiers out here.
Chat GPT. We're gonna write the book, bro.
How to be
10
winners.
pages.
Hey,
10
What's the name
pages.
of his book?
hey, it'll be a bestseller.
It's gonna be a photo book. It's gonna be a
Hold on
photo
one second,
book.
let me
There's
see.
no words gonna be on it. It's all photos.
All photos.
Your kid getting his ass whooped. Every page.
It's going to be our version of the Cat in the Hat. So Tatum's book's called Baby Dunks a Lot.
Baby dunks a lot.
Baby Dunks a Lot. So shout out Jason Tatum.
Gotta get that.
Sound like Sir Mix-a-Lot. I don't know if what kind of. I don't know, man. Baby got buckets.
So Tatum on the show was asked to make a finals prediction for this season and had this to say.
Predict which 2 teams will be in the NBA Finals next summer.
The Boston Celtics.
Cap.
You're better.
Say it!
It's going to be a rematch. We're going to play Dallas again.
Whoa!
Shout out Jimmy Fallon. That was not that thrilling of an answer, but man, the entertainer. Whoa!
He got excited.
The 2 teams from last season. All right. Now it's time to play a game of facts or cap. Gil, you already kind of let the cat out of the bag, or the cap out of the bag.
I thought he said Dallas first. But he said Boston.
2025 NBA Finals will feature a rematch of the Celtics and Mavs. Facts or cap?
Cap.
What size cap? A regular, like my hat, or the big cap?
A big ass cat.
Big ass cap. Like I don't know if that was okay. Listen, I can't say it's cap. He's capping. I'm pretty sure he would love to keep playing Dallas.
Yeah, he played the team.
Every fucking year, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So this is more wishful thinking.
I hope it's them.
Yeah, woo, we want to play them again.
Facts.
That's fact.
All for the reasons you want.
But that's facts. Yeah.
Hey, we already smacked them. I hope it is
Yeah.
them again. I don't want to see Joker in there. I don't want to see LeBron.
I don't want to see Boston back there. I ain't cheering for you niggas. Stay out the championship game.
Rashad, you have since moved on
Yes.
from your Celtics allegiance. You're now.
We New York Knicks.
Like I think.
Dang, mean?
Yeah.
Like I think
Free agency.
Boston.
They didn't meet his demands.
You gotta
Free
stay
agency.
fresh on this
Yeah.
market,
Yeah, I
man.
think Boston can get back for sure. They have the high probability. Dallas.
Dallas actually has, I think, a better chance than Boston.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a better.
Question.
Because Klay
When you
Thompson.
say you think Boston has a good shot, do you think everything that happened in the Olympics, right? And Jaylen Brown not being on the team, like all of that.
Okay.
Do you think that's going to affect their chemistry, locker room, all of that?
See, I think somewhat of delusion is part of the Jaylen Brown situation. Before he won the awards, does he think he would have been on that team? Probably not. I think
You don't think Jaylen Brown thought he would?
I don't think Jaylen Brown thought he would have been on the Olympic team.
I think he thought he would have had an opportunity or an invite.
I think
Maybe not be on it.
before
Have a chance.
Yeah.
before we started the playoffs for that season.
But think about
he's
the
never been invited.
2020, he wasn't invited because Tatum looked as the better player between the two. So
The
4
other-
years later,
The other 12 teams, like even the team that just went with Austin Reeves and them, he wasn't
the
invited.
FIBA one, right? Yeah,
he wasn't
was
invited.
He was upset about that too.
Yeah. So if you wasn't invited to the weakest one, right? You can be the best player here. He wasn't invited to that one.
after winning the
See, and
the
that
awards,
becomes
it
the
should
problem.
have gotten me.
See, and that's the thing. I think the awards. I think the awards. You know, it's like that movie star that gets a big role, right? And then he goes to the club and he expects to get in because his movie's
Yeah,
number
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
But really nobody's like, whoa,
Yeah.
relax, dog.
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan, yeah,
Jonathan
whoa,
Majors.
relax.
Jonathan Majors.
You know what I mean?
Relax. That's what it is. That's what it is.
But Gil,
You
you
can't be running from white women and then expect to get
I
the
think
club.
the expectations of what these two awards pushed, I think he expected that because he won the championship, he won these awards, you should want me on this team. And when he didn't get put on a team, it probably would have hurt his feelings.
But is it that more so than, all right, Kawhi taps out, and you
Again,
don't, not only do you not ask me, you ask my teammate.
Yes.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
saying, like, wait a
But that's
minute.
what I'm saying.
That's
It's-
why I'm like,
it's
does
the
that mess up stuff?
Once you,
Yes.
you know,
Right?
it's like when
You
you
asked the fourth lead
it's
in
like-
that same movie I was in, and you say, all right, now we're going to,
We
yeah.
skip you. How you skip me?
Okay, like
They just cheered for me when I was out there.
Is it that is it their fault or is it your expectations? Like if I take a girl out to eat and I pull up in a Maybach, her expectation,
We're going somewhere nice.
we're going somewhere nice. And if I pulled up to the cheesecake, she's disappointed.
Wait, well, slow down, Gil.
I would
I'm just
not-
saying.
I would
Nice
not be
restaurant.
I'm just saying, but for
Tons
for the
of
girl,
I would
the girl
not be
is expecting
disappointed.
no boo,
If
and we getting out.
If we go to Taco Bell,
You go to
Bell.
I'm just saying, it's,
Don't
because,
do
it's just
that.
it's not because of where we are going. It's because of the
It's the
expectations.
surface.
doubt.
It's the surface.
It's the surface
expectation.
thing.
Yeah.
And
But I think it's more
But no cheesecake.
the
Landon.
expectation for sure.
yeah.
But I think the fact that you didn't pick me and you went and got my teammate when I know I'm better,
You know I'm better.
you know I'm better, but
It
you
should-
still did.
I think
I
it
just
could-
think there's
it could-
something
it
that's
could- because
ugly.
the team
That's
because the
ugly.
teammate is. I don't think it affects them because the teammate is still going to be the teammate. What Derek White is bringing is what he's going to bring. Has nothing to do. It's not like Derek White is going to be like, yeah, I made it to the Olympics. I got to go. I need to average 20. I don't think that's going to happen.
I hope it does.
I think.
Coach, I think we're playing.
I think Jaylen got hurt.
Yeah.
And I think that hurt can turn into a beast. And
Yeah.
I think Tatum got hurt.
Yep.
And I
agree
think
with
that
that.
turns into
I
a
agree.
beast.
That
So
part I agree
got
with.
I got
Yeah.
I got
And if they
two,
can
Yeah.
if they can fuse together,
I got two dudes that's like it's like when D Wade lost and Bron lost, and they both sitting there like, yo, we both look stupid.
Yeah.
Vegeta and
Yeah.
Goku.
Yeah, we both look stupid now, so let's turn up. And I think they got two teammates that's like,
See, that's
okay.
unfortunate.
So
I was hoping Drew Holiday.
I think they both niggas will be sitting. Yeah.
Go ahead, power up. nigga. Let's power up on
I was
the
hoping Drew Holiday and Derek White.
And then
would come
Derek White gonna be
together.
back there. Oh!
Here we go. We powering up. Oh shit.
So I think it's not one of those where when you sit back and look at it, it's like they didn't get to enjoy their success. Like Jayden Brown he didn't get to feel like a champion and an MVP. It's like we still sitting there like, nigga, no.
Yeah, we got to.
No, even the new ranking of MVP candidates, his teammates fifth, he's 19. And he's sitting there like, oh, this is what we doing.
No respect. No
This is,
respect.
yeah.
What more do I gotta do?
I gotta sit here and come out the gate on you, fuck nigga.
Yep.
And I think that's where he's at. So I'm like Boston, like, because I can see it, like you got anger behind you now,
Facts.
and I think that's gonna turn into something great.
So Sheryl, 2025 NBA Finals will feature a rematch of the Celtics and Mavs. Facts or cap?
Cap.
Well, damn, we got a unanimous.
You're an animal.
So who do you think makes it from the West?
Who do I?
Oh, right. That's
Gil, you already know. Okay.
Who are you about to say?
Just make sure.
you know we gonna say the Lakers.
No,
Don't
he's
even
not.
play that. Don't even play that.
He's
time
not.
it is.
He gonna say
You know what
somebody else.
time it is.
We got Christian
We
Coloco.
delusional. We don't say no one else
Do,
ever.
I don't know.
I'm going Dallas.
You're going Dallas
I'm
again?
Dallas. Just because of the way that the whole playoffs panned out, the way they played.
You don't think Boston's gonna go back?
I don't think. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so he's opposite.
Yeah, I'm opposite. I think the Dallas will go back. I don't think Boston makes it. There's too much shit over there on the East. I think it's less shit on the West. More older names that can't get over the hump down the stretch, I believe. Just looking at this last.
Well, is
playoff.
Philly finally gonna get there?
I think so.
With Philly, it's
Between Philly and the Knicks,
It all
if the Bucks fucking show up finally, you might have a good series between those top four. But then you gotta factor in what is Miami gonna do? Are they gonna get rid of Jimmy? Like if the bottom tier of the East is gonna be the top five: Indiana, New York, Bucks, Philly, and Boston. Those are gonna be the top five. It's a toss up. It's
And
who's
we don't
playing
like
well
and we don't like Denver anymore?
in the West.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know.
With Murray, the way Murray been playing in the Olympic shits, in the playoffs before the Olympics, coming into the year, Michael Porter Jr.
He just got his money?
Yeah, it's different, man. I don't see him. I don't see
That
him.
motherfucker might be Bubble Murray.
True that.
That motherfucker.
And he got Westbrook. He got Westbrook.
Yeah, because Westbrook is gonna do something we don't see. He's gonna challenge Murray to be better than he really is.
Wait, Westbrook.
Westbrook's in
Westbrook.
Denver.
I missed all of that.
Yeah, he's gonna
I
be.
like that.
He's gonna challenge Murray to be great.
I like that.
He's gonna be great. Like that's where I'm like Russ is gonna push Murray to be like no.
wow.
Keep
But that's a
go,
project
go,
in its
go,
own
go,
self
go.
that I'm like, that's gonna take
Wow.
time.
And he's not gonna get credit for it.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's like he's not gonna get credit if Murray goes out and makes an all-star game and becomes an all-star, no one's gonna credit Russell.
Of course not.
But if you're a hooper, you know
know.
Russell's gonna be behind the scenes putting that battery in his
Because
back.
you can see it on the floor.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's moving different. Russ over there.
Russ over
getting at
there
him.
putting that battery in his back. I can open up Denver. I can,
I'm throw the Kings in there before.
But I'm like how white people are with
The
Trump.
Kings?
the Kings.
How white people are with Trump, that's how I am with the Lakers.
No, that's fair.
I don't see shit what you talking
That's
about.
fair. That's fair.
I don't see whatever you talking about, I don't see
I
it.
didn't see it. It didn't happen.
see shit. That was good. He said what?
I ain't
Not
hear
my
it.
Lakers.
Oh my God.
2025 Lakers champ, I see it. Where the hat's at?
Where the hat's at?
I'm delusional around here.
Nah, very reasonable, very rational.
You know what?
and-
I look at it. If you not delusional as a fan, you not really a fan.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Listen,
yeah.
It's short for fanatic.
I did not understand. Felt like Caitlin Clark's fans. I understand it now. I love it. Like my Lakers being amazing this year coming in. My Rams 0-0 right now. We haven't even started to see. That's still part of preseason, right? And game one this week, this next Sunday, we gonna get our first win, right? And we're gonna start getting ready for. I get the delusion out, and it feels great. It feels great. It does. It get like, and then when they be like, yo, you're out of playoffs, we already jumped to next season. Next season's gonna be great, and we keep the positivity.
It just sounds a little insane. So why don't
That's
you just,
why.
So look, why don't you just do this?
You know how
why don't
insane,
you just do
look
this?
what I'm saying. You know how insane
Just
it is?
change the team. Just like, you know what?
No.
You guys suck.
No, you know
I'm
how
gonna go cheer
insane,
for this team.
No, because you know how insane you
Transfer
have to be
portal.
as a fan to know deep down inside. Ain't shit changed from last year, but you go and buy season tickets anyway. You got to be insane.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm just cheering for the other team.
What are you
I'm picking another
Like
team. I'm
Detroit
picking a new
Pistons,
team.
right? You got to be insane if you think something changed, but you got your season tickets anyway. I love that.
Yeah.
What if you are
If we finish last in the league, and I'm cheering for you, I'm not cheering for you next year.
What if you need something to do? You just need some entertainment.
I need to win. I need to
Okay.
see my team
You're
winning.
fair weather.
Yeah.
Like somebody said,
For sure.
Rams is done. I don't know. I'm just buying gear, baby. I just got my,
He is
I got
too.
more Rams gear to buy.
He's a fair weather fan too. He ain't no real fan.
Who?
He ain't no real fan.
What are you talking about?
Well, and technically, Gil, Rams are undefeated, when you watch the full game,
Was he
which is yet to happen.
That I've been. Yeah, come on, man.
They are undefeated right now.
But when it comes to the Celtics and Mavs having a rematch in the 2025 NBA Finals,
Stop the cap.
Yeah.
so we asked our chat as well. Chat has been on fire today. You guys have been very, very embracing. A few outliers, of course, as to be expected. We asked the chat 2025 Finals will be a Mavs-Celtics rematch. 83% said cap. So
Damn.
we are here across the
Damn.
board.
That West is hard.
So I need,
honest, that
and
was-
with that in mind, and because we are delusional, we're going to do our way too early NBA Finals predictions. I need you guys to give me your NBA Finals predictions, but I will give you the caveat that if you are correct, we will run this clip back and make you look like a genius.
It's unfair.
If you're wrong, we will not.
Just to run a clip back? Okay, all right.
Oh, Gil started that in September.
I gotta
Don't
be
have
for
the
real then.
roster set yet, man. We don't know who's gonna be.
Nah, we gotta
Just
come
do
out.
it.
We gotta
Just
jump,
do it.
jump out the window.
Wait, like who's winning or the fight?
Who's gone? I don't even need to know the winner yet. We'll get to that in October.
Do I stand on delusion still?
All right, we already know one thing.
I get it. I'll jump out the window first.
Go. Let me push you.
I'm gonna go. I want the Cameroon so bad, but I gotta look at his weight. I do. I really do want to go with Phil. I do because his weight will let me know if he's tapping in to being greater. So I gotta see
Sitting
it,
there
you
too.
know?
I'm sitting there too, I'm like, oh,
like a
PG there.
If,
I'm like,
if we know he lost 50 pounds, we're gonna be like Philly.
Pat Bev not there to make him run 17.
But PG being there is like
I like Philly.
that's different.
I like Philly.
That's different.
Yeah.
I was in Philly this weekend. It's wild. I was in Philly this weekend for the PLO championships. Talked to numerous Uber drivers, Philadelphians. They're not excited about this Philly squad. They're not. They're not.
Oh, they're not excited?
They are not.
Oh, I'm going
about-
Philly then.
They're not boasting about this squad.
I like Philly then. Because the city don't know nothing, right? You know what I mean? Like so, whenever they don't really have the spirit and the team succeeds, I want because they called the brotherly love, but they are the rudest fans. So it's really opposite of how they are. So they don't like the team. That means I like the team. I'm going with Philly on this side.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with. Ooh, I don't mind Philly versus Denver.
That's who I
Damn,
was
Philly got Drummond too.
Listen,
I was
Philly
going
got a
Philly
nice.
and-
I'm telling
They
you,
should be. I'm like, you're not excited about this squad. I'm hearing, PGO, this, that, whatever. I'm just like, damn, dog. Like, y'all.
Yeah.
The nicest squad on the East.
Yeah.
hey, listen,
Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah,
Martin.
Philly's nice.
what has been in NBA history has to be probably 9 years or way back. A finals where the two big man MVPs battling out in their prime.
Orlando, Houston.
No. Shaq wasn't Shaq. That wasn't Shaq. That Shaquille O'Neal?
David
That wasn't
Robinson.
MVP Shaq.
What about David and Hakeem?
They're both in the. Now I'm talking for championship.
Oh, for the championship. That was
Championship.
that was a conference.
That'd have been the Western
That was
Conference Finals. For the championship, we're two Titans Like big men, because these two are MVPs is these two right here. They both prime. One's not damn near out the league.
One of Tim Duncan's championships? Tim Duncan championships?
You had Robinson and Ewing in '99, but Duncan was really the best player on the Spurs. So it depends if you want to count that.
Well, 90, so that means Robinson was coming out.
And Ewing. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
What about Tim Duncan?
What was Ewing? How old was Ewing?
But Ewing was actually hurt that season, so the Knicks made it to the finals without him.
The Spurs
Okay,
champion.
I'm going Philly, Denver.
Philly, Denver.
Spurs.
So, yeah, I'm going. So we both.
Yeah, we're going Philly, Denver. We're both going
Philly, Denver?
Yeah.
I just want to see them two battle it because I've never seen, in my era didn't see.
I'll go Philly, Dallas. Even though I want to go Knicks, I just don't see nobody that we got right now.
Let me see what the chat's saying.
Line up with Embiid like that.
So Spurs 99 to beat the Knicks. 03 beat the Nets.
Bynum,
No big.
Bynum, Dwight, nah, they.
05 beat the Pistons.
05?
Yeah.
Well, that was no, it ain't no battle to
07,
be.
a thrilling match.
So there hasn't been one on this. Wait, Tim Dirk? No, that hasn't. Because when Dirk was bald, it hasn't been. Like these are MVPs.
Dirk, Chris Bosh, maybe?
Not at this level.
Yeah.
Dirk is the MVP. Bosh wasn't. Yeah.
I gotta go with Dallas.
So I want for personal, just to see one might have 50 and 12, the other one's gonna have a triple double. We gonna both be like,
Well,
this is a great ass
I
battle.
can't. I'm gonna go opposite of y'all. Since y'all go Philly, I'm gonna go New York, Dallas. Championship.
I don't mind that either.
New York, Dallas.
I don't mind. The best thing we missed was like Kobe versus LeBron. Like we didn't get to see that. We didn't get to see. The best thing we did see was KD versus LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. It was a little.
Magic Mike 91 finals, but that was.
Yeah.
That's not the one.
So Magic 90 MVP, MJ 91 MVP.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah.
Lakers Bulls.
Okay.
Remember they did a game.
I do more than
See, I was too young to see Bird versus Magic.
Google is your friend, ladies and gentlemen. But obviously Magic was going through situations. 1991. So
If that's what you want to call it.
we got to put an asterisk
Situation.
by that.
Little situation.
You and Hakeem.
94.
That was Jim.
Yeah,
Ooh, how was that? How was that battle?
7 games.
7
Oh,
games, but did
shit.
both big men play well?
Yeah. John Starks did not.
John
Starks fucked that up.
Hey, good.
That was the John Starks curse
and the
right
person,
there.
the person who said it, Rashad Johnson.
So, Chad is asking for my pick. As you know, I normally stay out of these situations. NBA, Adam Silver saying rent's due, so we need the Lakers versus the Knicks.
Yes.
Rent is due.
Ooh, are you trying to give us another championship? I see you.
We need to set records. Lakers versus
I don't
the
mind
Knicks.
Boston versus Lakers.
But we will see.
I just want to see a good one.
Boston Lakers would be dope.
Like I was
It'd
hoping
be
to see a
fun.
good one. This year wasn't. It wasn't good.
Wasn't.
Like
I think the build-up,
like
though,
the
the
build-
build-up was cool.
Like it was well, especially from the Dallas because motherfucker Luka was excellent.
Going crazy.
Like it didn't.
The East Side was boring. I think that's what made it. Because Boston didn't have no
The
talent.
East Side was born because Boston didn't have the challenge, and the best series was New York
Yeah.
because Jalen was
You talking about the New
Brunson.
York, the New York Pacers?
just
series?
Brunson himself
Yeah.
was just excellent in
Yeah.
the playoffs. Right?
Yeah.
He was the most exciting thing, probably in the Eastern Conference.
Facts.
Like when we think about it.
It should be interesting. So definitely Philly. The Philly got on paper probably got the best team in the NBA
Yeah.
right now, on paper. But we know what paper means. So we'll see what the boys do over there. But they look nice. They're looking nice.
So we got those predictions again. If they turn out to be true, we will edit this in a way to make you sound like the smartest people in the world. If they do not, we
Too
will.
late, man.
we
They
will
already,
pretend.
they already know.
We,
They already know.
is it obvious?
Man, Caitlin Clark, man. Y'all see Jean Grey out there
Jean Grey.
firing
Omega level
out
good.
them fucking passes through her mind.
You got mind control?
Mind control over Debo and them. Y'all gonna vote for me. First team all WNBA.
All right, well, let's move on to MostlyFans. Presented by our friends at Underdog Fantasy. As a reminder, they've got all kinds of week 3 specials and promos for you to get your bag and your mind right. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy for bringing you Gil's Arena keeping these lights on, and always paying on time. Direct deposit, never an issue. Never have to go hunting for it. 9 p.m. Pacific is hitting the
Dang.
account. It's 12 Eastern. They're ready. They're ready.
Dang.
But we got a video question from underdog user JJTG24.
Who took a team to the finals with the least amount of talent? Kobe in 09, Dwight Howard in 09, AI, or LeBron in 2018? No player, I don't think, had a player outside of themselves average over 20 points.
Damn.
So shout out to JJTG24. Who took a team to the finals with the least amount of talent? Kobe in 09, Dwight in 09,
Kobe in
AI in 2001, or LeBron in 2018?
Kobe in 09 has a Hall of Famer, right? Paul Gasol.
It's got to be AI.
And then
AI didn't have nobody. But
LeBron had Kyrie and Kevin Love, right? True Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie wasn't there?
LeBron did not have Kyrie.
That's
I'll
when
say
he had-
LeBron in 07, but that's just.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
2018.
no, Bron in 07, that team.
I still say
That was
AI.
just
When he was dominant.
Still AI.
Okay.
AI
LeBron was
team.
on that team. Kevin Love was there, yeah.
I would say AI.
Thanks.
AI's team.
Okay. And then sure, who took a team to the finals with the least amount of talent? Kobe in 09, Dwight in 09.
Oh, I don't know.
What was the
They're
White's team
saying
in
AI, I'll
09?
say AI.
We appreciate
The
it.
White's team in 09?
I have to look up the teams.
What?
I said I got to look
Mirror
up the
Church,
teams.
all them. Before you got
You were
there.
busy getting focused on the other side.
I don't know
Having-
that one.
White Chocolate, I think, was there.
With who?
The White
Like
Howard?
09.
Because I was the White Howard.
Adonis Foyle, Keith Bogans.
What year was that? Was
Yeah, I averaged 14.
And who was with AI?
Eric Snow, Tyrone Hill, Todd McCullough,
Oh,
Matt Harpring.
it has to be AI.
Yeah. Aaron McKee.
Damn.
Yeah. George Lynch.
Luke,
George Lynch was on that team.
Ray
getting buckets,
Boston,
Damn.
Courtney Lee.
too. Who else was on that?
Petrus.
Alvin Williams. Was that Alvin Williams? Alvin Williams was on that team?
Oh, it has
Yeah,
to be
it's AI.
Yeah, AI's team for
For
sure.
sure.
Was
Definitely.
Keith Van Horn on that team too?
Damn.
If he would have been come out the bench.
Keith Van Horn.
All right, let's move on to
Yeah, I think
our.
Keith was.
Yeah.
No Van Horn? Damn.
yeah.
I thought that was Keith.
Has to be.
Let's move on to our second question. Email question from underdog user Skilla1231. Who on this couch is a hooper? Verse score. In parentheses, Josiah included. I don't know why y'all bring me into this. I'm merely here to host. But who on this couch is a hooper? Verse score. Sure, would you consider yourself a hooper or a scorer?
Damn, it has to be one or the other?
This, I merely asked the questions.
What would you consider yourself? That's a good. I'm glad you said that. What would you consider yourself then? Because
I mean, I was just a baller that could
Ooh,
score.
okay.
another category.
Another category.
No, it's the same. She just used a different word.
I was a hooper that could score.
Hooper that can score. Boom.
Yeah.
I would say the same.
Okay. Gilbert?
I was a basketball player.
Yeah, Gilbert.
That's not the
He was-
question, man. Stop moving the goalpost. Answer the question. You got
Just 'cause
two
it's your
categories.
show,
You got two categories. It's this category and that category. Pick one, man. Don't make up a whole category.
But this whole thing was made up of a whole category.
Gil,
What?
pick one or the other.
I don't want to be.
Damn.
I don't want to be named the Hooper. The Hooper was a stupid basketball player back
So
then.
then you be a scorer.
score.
Be a scorer then.
No, I don't want
So be a scorer.
No, no.
He didn't pass that motherfucker. He wasn't no passer. He got to be a scorer. If you just shoot the bitch 30 times a game, nigga.
He was
Like
a
we
basketball player.
knew what Hoopers was. We knew what the Hoopers was.
I saw the ball.
Like they didn't know how to.
That
They
could score.
didn't know how to play organized basketball. They just hooped. Right? Nigga come in here in jeans and shit and can goop. And then when you put them in the organized, they didn't know how to play basketball like that. You couldn't really start them.
Hey, is that the,
So I'm cool.
is that a description of your game?
No, not mine.
I don't understand
So
what
what
he's
would you
talking
call
about then.
yourself?
What is he
Take away-
talking about,
take away
Sheryl?
this. What would you have called yourself? A basketball player.
A hell of a basketball, player.
Exactly.
A dominant basketball
Dominant.
Most definitely.
Cheryl, that's not the word. That's not the words you use though, Cheryl. You use the word baller.
I was a baller that could score.
Baller. Yes.
So instead of hooper, you would be
A baller.
No.
Not a basketball player.
Just a baller.
Baller. Balling.
A baller.
Balling.
Hoopers was 6 men.
I wasn't a hooper.
I know. Of course you
I
wasn't.
was a baller.
Ginobili was. Well, I don't know. He was.
You just
he was a
you don't
team.
like the question.
He don't like
No,
the
because
hooper
someone-
categorization. He don't like the criteria of what a hooper is. He hates it.
Someone changed. It was either you was a basketball player or was a hooper.
This is a running thing on
Yeah,
the show
it
now.
was a hooper. The hoopers.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
There was a
So
difference.
back in the day-
Explain to her the context of the conversation.
Okay.
Basically, we knew what hooper was. We knew what a basketball player was then. Hooper was like your 6 man. They more like outside basketball players. So the and one players were considered hoopers, right? They just hooped, right? And then
Okay.
someone decided they wanted to change the definition
Right.
and say hoopers and scores. And then hooper became a two-way player that knew how to play basketball. And I'm like, I'm not going with your new definition.
So
Who changed that definition?
So what he's saying is that what you considered yourself originally,
Yeah.
was just a hooper.
Yeah.
You play both sides.
No.
of the ball.
You did
Right.
not consider yourself that. Before that,
He said
watch
baller
this.
first.
Now watch
I
this.
said a hooper that could score. Then I said no, I was a baller that could score.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I see you're a baller that can score.
Yeah.
So you
You
took
said
hooper
that
out.
first, and then I said that's what a hooper is.
See, no, he
You're
changed
just
it.
using the word baller.
Before,
You said I'm a hooper that can score. Now, Stack Jack got on here and said that a hooper is a player that can play both sides of the ball.
That a hooper is?
A hooper. A hooper goes and it wants to take the challenge.
thank you for the
Wants to take
expression.
the challenge of the best player, guard the best player, can go get buckets, can play inside the element of the team, and he wants
That's what a hooper
and
is?
wants to
Thank
win.
you.
No.
That's
So-
not what a hooper was
So,
called.
Now, what do you consider a hooper?
Somebody who can't really play basketball.
Thank
All right.
you.
So what we just
They
realized.
think they can.
What we just realized is in basketball terms, it's too much to talk about
Thank you.
both sides
Thank
of the
you.
basketball. Because we just asked her, what is your definition of a hooper? She said someone who can play basketball really, really good. It's very vague. It's very vague.
What-
In the,
I didn't
no,
say that.
No, what did you just say?
I didn't say that.
you just said somebody who can play basketball really,
No.
really good.
No, I said someone who thinks they can play basketball.
Thinks they can play basketball very good.
Okay,
A
so
hooper is someone who thinks they can play.
You said
'Cause
you was
could
a
be,
hooper
you know
that
what?
can
You could
score.
be in a grocery store.
said
Somebody
you was
walk
a
up and be
hooper.
like, "Yeah, I'm a hooper."
but you said you was a hooper that could score.
No, she was a baller.
Then I
that can
switched
score.
that to a baller that
But
can
a
score.
baller is a hooper.
No.
It's different.
What was your definition before he
It's
gave you the
different to me.
definition? What was the definition of a hooper before he changed it?
Somebody who can roll the ball out and just go out there and do whatever he want to do on the court. Whatever you ask him.
And name those.
Score, rebound.
No, name. No, you
defend,
didn't. Name it.
Drive,
Name
dribble,
it. Name it
pass.
because you remember you came
All of
up-
those things.
Remember before he made the statement and you jumped with his statement, you said who you thought hoopers were.
Yeah.
What
Who?
was
Tell
those
me.
names?
Jamal Crawford's, the guys who can go out there and roll the ball out and do whatever.
6 mans, right?
No, it wasn't just 6 man. It was just
You named
guys.
only 6 man.
They just happened to be 6 men.
Okay, happened to be 6 man.
Yeah, but they not traditionally if they had an option to be 6 men or
So
all-star,
and then
they would be all-star.
Okay, but and all of those guys would not fall under his definition of hoopers because they would have been just offensive players.
Facts.
Okay, so that means you changed the definition.
I merged the definitions. I got my definition, and I said I like his definition.
Where did you get your definition?
And then I said, let me bring that together.
Where did you get your definition from? Your original definition. Where did you get it from?
Me
He merged.
watching the game of basketball
So-
for 39 years.
So for 39 years, you had a definition that we both and everybody else had, and then it just changes overnight.
Yes, because he gave me a new perspective.
Like,
Just
I
like
should- I
anything
should
learning in
never
life.
call myself
If I'm out here learning in life,
Why-
somebody
I
give me a
haven't.
new
Why?
perspective.
Hooper was what? Was
No,
it
but it's
disrespectful?
like-
It was a
Yeah, like I really seriously never call myself a hooper.
it was a disrespectful term.
It's different
That's
when you say
two people who
baller.
don't really understand what the term means.
Everybody.
If I ask you what the term
Nobody
means,
agreed.
if I ask you
Nobody
what,
agreed
if I
with
ask
this.
you what the term means and you just tell me it's a really good basketball player, that's not the term.
But I didn't say that.
Like what I'm saying is
I didn't say that.
You said somebody who thinks they're a really good basketball player.
Yeah, I said a hooper is somebody who thinks they can play.
thinks they can play. Like nigga, you.
But that's not
Like
not
if-
what everyone thinks
like-
a hooper is.
No, everyone did.
No,
you even
bro.
thought it.
No, I didn't. Listen to what you just said. A
You-
hooper
you
was.
thought that, like-
a hooper is what?
Josiah, ask
a
the
hooper
chat,
was what?
What's a hooper?
Like they like what's so funny?
I said a hooper is somebody roll the ball out, do whatever you need them to do on the court at a high level. What are you talking about?
you
That's a
didn't-
hooper.
but he didn't-
You want a
But
hooper
he didn't
on
name
your-
not one high-level player
I've
in
never-
his original definition. He didn't say
I just said
Kobe
Jamal
Bryant.
Crawford.
He didn't say Michael
I said-
Jordan. He didn't say no high-level player.
I didn't
He
have
said
to.
a bunch of 6 men.
I didn't have to.
The same
Why do I have to?
The same
because
people.
the guys at high
Have you-
level that I'm
have you-
considering are scorers.
In the beginning,
Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all those, they're scorers.
They're scorers, not hoopers.
No, they're definitely hoopers that can score.
The debate has been
For sure.
reignited.
Kobe Bryant,
debate
Michael
what?
Jordan are the only 2 guys that play both sides of the floor at a high level.
I don't know. I've just never.
It was what did you say?
considered myself.
It was
No, I was
considered
like, I'm
a
baller.
disrespectful
Yeah,
thing to
I'm
be
like-
called a hooper.
No, because I was like, no, I'm not a hooper.
Well, you a
I'm
baller.
not no
Like,
hooper.
I'm like, I play for
Wanna be
real.
a-
I play for.
Baller.
I said again. I play
play for real.
I play for real.
Blaze on the Impala.
So how come
Be a
she's
baller.
never heard the conversation
Baller.
and she looks at hoopers as a disrespectful thing? And she says, "No, I play for real
She
basketball.
didn't know
I'm
what
not,
hooper
I'm not a
meant.
hooper."
She didn't even know what it meant.
But
But that's
no.
what it's-
No. That was the point. You are changing it because
I
you
didn't
changed
change
it. But,
shit.
But we just told her, what does a hooper
didn't
mean?
change shit.
So what I'm saying is, when you asked her what does being called a hooper means, it was considered disrespectful. So she knew what it means because
But
it was
I
a
asked her
disrespectful.
what it means.
Because
She
it means
said
a disrespectful
it just
thing.
means somebody who thinks they're a really good basketball player.
Who thinks?
No,
But that's
not who is.
really good. I said someone who thinks they can play basketball.
And she says,
Therefore, I know I can play.
I know I can play basketball. The niggas at the park every day are hoopers.
No, they're
they
not.
show up 7
bro.
days a week.
No, they're not.
The niggas,
And
yes.
we all
Okay,
know
what are
that.
they? What are
We
they?
all
What do you
know-
call them?
Civilians, pedestrians. We're not no fucking hoopers.
Yeah, they're hoopers.
A nigga that's a hooper carries a basketball
Yes,
around
go
with
back.
his name on it.
Yep.
And like, yo, I'm a hooper.
Hooper, yeah, show up at.
I got my hoop shoes in the car
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
I'm a hooper. I got shorts under. I'm ready to hoop.
Ready to
a
hoop.
hooper's ready to hoop.
And what did you say?
Right all the time.
And what did you say? I take my shit very serious. I'm not a hooper.
I'm a hooper.
I'm a basketball
So
player.
if I say,
play
man, you
this
try
game.
to hoop right now? Oh, nah, I'm cool. I don't fucking bougie ass, man. Give me a nigga that can hoop. You ain't no fucking hooper. I'm a fucking hooper. What we hooping at? Call me, I'm there. My shoes is in the back,
What's
shorts
so
in the back
It's
all
cra-
the time.
it's-
And the nigga ain't ready to hoop. When I called that nigga out the other day, I said, Gilbert, there's a ball up here, let's shoot. This is football season.
Ooh.
That ain't hooper. That ain't hooper shit.
I guess we'll
we
find
shoot
out.
when it's time to shoot.
He
It ain't
said,
hooper
he
shit.
said he's not a hooper.
Exactly.
Just how you did it. It's a very
Hoopers don't duck.
I'm sorry. I studied.
Hoopers don't duck.
I studied the
You
game.
hear me?
I studied the game.
Are you
too
hearing
much.
me?
I trained too much.
The last time he challenged the hooper, you know what the fuck happened? He embarrassed his fucking self.
Hey, I'm gonna just be
trying to fucking challenge a real hooper, nigga.
I'm
you fucking challenge a hooper and sit on this fucking couch like you a baller or something, nigga. You got your ass smoked.
And I'm gonna say this
By a hooper.
I'm gonna say this very disrespectful.
Nigga, what you talking
I'm gonna
about?
say it very disrespectful.
Come on, you ain't no fucking hooper.
I studied more film hours than he played.
Never. I did.
Damn.
I studied more hours
Damn.
before he even knew how to get good. I was in college doing the shit he was doing in the league. I had already did it.
Damn.
I already did the shit he was doing in the league. Fuck you talking about?
I watched more hours of basketball.
I already did that. I did that in high school. Prep school, 6 a.m. We're watching film. I go shoot and watch the video of the shooting.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That is
Yeah, I think I
dedication.
shot that wrong.
Wow.
Let me shoot that right. I'm a hooper. We hoop. What's up? And everybody out there know that's a hooper know what hooping means. We hoop.
Yeah. See, this is what.
Why am I in the middle of this? Like, why y'all both trying to convince me?
when we talk about
Hey, man,
our
what time
greatness,
is it?
we can talk about it for ourselves. This is from my coach talking to his niece. Can you read what he said about me?
Hey, Gil, you got the
And
big-
we had a
you got
falling
the
out.
big text.
And we had a falling out.
You and your coach?
Yeah.
He said, you want me to say his name?
Sure.
Uncle Eddie?
Eddie
Okay.
Jordan.
Uncle Eddie.
Somewhat,
Hold on,
period.
what time. You have him saved in your phone as Uncle Eddie?
No, his
Oh,
niece. His
okay.
niece
Okay, I'm about to say.
DM'd me this conversation she had with him.
Okay.
His
Okay,
niece
just making
said
sure.
Uncle Eddie.
Just making sure.
He said, somewhat, period. Gilbert was a scholar, a, quote, seeker, assassin DNA from day one. and told you how he was gonna kick your ass. And mostly he did it. Just a different cat. The mold was broken.
Shout out Eddie Jordan. He
That's
educated.
what Eddie said.
He went to
I'm
Princeton,
just
right?
reading.
That was a.
Yeah. I don't.
What is that face? What is that face?
I'm trying to figure out what was that for.
I wasn't a hooper.
He was a baller.
I was a baller. I was a studier.
You a scorer.
I was a guy.
You was a scorer.
I was an information
You was a
guy.
hooper that can score.
No, scoring is what
I was a hooper that can score.
no,
You told everybody know what's up. You was a
I
hooper that
was a
can
shooter
score.
that knew how to score. I was great at what angles, everything. I knew how to play the game of basketball. Meaning, you can put me on any team and I understood how to play. Arizona wasn't supposed to play. Because of my knowledge of the game, you can put me on that team and I can lead the team in scoring, steals, whatever. Same thing in the NBA. You can put me on a team and I can find a way to play. A hooper is just a nigga who knows how to hoop basketball, doesn't know how to play basketball. It was already established. You can change it if you want to make yourself feel good, but I wouldn't have never called you a hooper. That would be disrespectful for everything you put into the game.
Not to me.
But if that's the label you want now,
No.
cool.
No, because what I hear when the motherfuckers is having conversation, hey, that nigga hoop. That nigga can hoop. I don't give a fuck what y'all talk. That nigga hoop.
Yeah.
He hoop. He can hoop. He can hoop. All the other shit is cool. When you can hoop, that means when I walk in the gym, tie them up a little bit tighter than it was before I got in here. Tie them shits up a little bit more tighter.
You remember them like, yeah, see that nigga outside, he owns the barbershop now. I'm like, yeah, that nigga used to be a great
That
ass
nigga
hooper in high
could
school.
hoop. Nigga was a
He was a great ass hooper in high
Nigga
school.
was a hooper.
There's a show called Hoop Dreams.
Yes. Facts. Facts.
None of them made it.
Circumstance.
You did not want to be called a hooper.
Circumstance. Some niggas
Shout out to Arthur and Bo A.
Some niggas go up in the hood where their daddy is crackhead.
Shout out to-
Hey,
What can you do when your daddy's a crackhead?
Without your new explanation, she said, I do not want to be called no hooper.
Shout out to Arthur and Bo A.
Hey, listen, if you want to take on the newest category of it, that's on you.
Gil, in Bo AG's defense, he said he could have most likely went pro.
He would have.
Most likely.
Most hoopers think they can. Most hoopers
Most
did.
likely. He could have most likely went
She
pro.
said it, right? The hoopers think they can play.
So we asked the chat, is it obvious what a hooper is? 71% said yes. What's also obvious?
71% is what? Said what?
Say yes, it's obvious what a hooper is. We asked it,
Oh.
is it obvious what a hooper
I
is?
stay in the 70%, Stoner.
You know what else is obvious? That it's time to go because we done been here way too long. Shout out to our crew. Staying all Monday night.
abusing the time.
Quick turnaround.
We're abusing the time.
We had
Oh my
we had a
God, that's
back-to-back. Now we got another one tomorrow. Cheryl, we
That's
appreciate you pulling up to
Always.
the arena.
Always.
A dominant basketball player. Yeah, we appreciate you as always.
Nah, you a hooper now.
Shout out to the Hoopers basketball
I didn't
players.
think about that. Like, wait, shit, hooper or baller? I'm just
Baller.
a basketball player.
Oh, we're going to run with this. We're going to run with this.
Cheryl, you'll be back tomorrow. Shy, you'll be back tomorrow.
Cheryl, I don't want to hear you say nothing about no hooper shit.
She said it.
Don't say nothing. You got to say
said this-
baller or basketball player or hooper that can
Baller.
hooper that can score.
So this has been another episode of Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.